one of the top 40 records being played on every radio station in the United States is a communication to the children to take a trip, to cop out, to groove. The psychedelic jackets on the record albums have their own.
This is a special question. We don't want you to smoke genetically modified ganja. We want you to smoke the real thing.
Me?
Want you to smoke the natural herb.
Sweet.
Some call it marijuana.
Sweet.
Some call it sesame.
Sweet.
Some call it lamb's bread.
The tea.
And some people call it...
Welcome to another edition of the Adam Dunn Show. I'm your host, Adam Dunn.
I'm Dave Charner.
And we're live in the studio. And we got
Matthew Holmes,
our
Not the porn star.
guest co-host
that's right.
from
Honored.
from Colorado Fresh CBD.
Did you guys
That's
all
right,
see him in
Colorado
the
Fresh
card?
CBD.
We announced him in the card and told you he was
And-
coming on.
On my
Awesome.
left, on your right, the man himself, Jonathan Braveman.
What's up, bro?
How is the champs master?
It was it's good.
Yeah, you know,
You
it's
got it right into
it's
the
Denver.
right
It's
there.
Denver. It's never quite as hot as like Vegas is the one, obviously.
Yeah.
You know, Vegas is the real one.
It was small, but it was good. There's some,
What's Champs Master mean?
He's the master of all champs.
He goes to a lot of champ shows.
The guy's-
Like, you
he's been
attend
there
them
since-
or what?
Did you go to 99? Were you there in 99, the original?
I don't know, 15 years now.
Were you at the one in Vegas where it got raided? When,
Oh,
when
yeah.
it was raided?
Yeah, everyone.
We were
We
all
were
there.
there.
The
That's
D8
what
He
everyone.
was the reason it got raided.
Yeah, but had it not been raided and we left early because we didn't want to be around that element, we would have all gotten COVID because everyone
That's
got
true.
COVID.
I think
Yeah,
that's when
that's
didn't that's when I got COVID?
I got it there.
No, it was
Wasn't it?
after that.
There's been like
This was the
It
year
was-
before.
Dude, that
Runs
place
in
was
the
like
Palms.
fucking Wuhan.
Oh,
Yeah,
the Palms
exactly.
one.
It was
Yeah,
bad.
Yeah, the Palms one.
Oh, wait a minute.
And then
What
all
did
the
you
hippie
say?
lips.
Where is it? Where was it?
He had a party at the Palms one
Oh,
time.
the Palms Hotel.
Me?
Yeah,
I had
Yeah,
a note.
that was a good one.
that was a good one.
So not only do we have guests in the studio, but we've got call-ins coming in. We've got Sara Vaughn coming in from reMind, which is a trade show, business-to-business trade show that's going to go on right before MJ BizCon this year. The first of its kind, psychedelic business-to-business conference. And
It's at the Westgate Hotel. You need to get a separate ticket, but if you do get a ticket to reMind, you get an entrance to Omega Mart Meow Wolf.
Oh.
That place is cool.
That's already a bargain right there.
Yeah.
And
Oh, I
then
know
we've
all
also
about
got Josh from Legacy Glassworks and Uncle Andy, who are out in Minnesota. And I was, dude, if I had realized how big of a show this thing is, we would have all gone to it because they got Farside, they got Slug is fucking hosting it from Atmosphere, and they got Hotbox and some other DJs. Look pretty good.
heck?
Look big. 6,000 people last year. That's
Damn.
big. That's
When's this show?
tomorrow.
In Vegas?
How did
No,
we
this
not
is in,
know
this
that?
is in Minnesota.
Oh.
And this is I'm surprised. No, I just didn't realize how big it was in.
Is it part of a bigger? Is it part of a bigger festival?
Well, it's called the Legacy. It's the 4th annual Legacy Cup, so it's just kind of grown over time. And it's a glass blower. It's a glass shop is the one putting it on, so it's very focused on that.
Which shop is it?
Legacy Glassworks.
Legacy
Yeah,
Glassworks.
they're in Duluth. They have one in Duluth and one in
Duluth.
Minneapolis. But they
That sounds
are
cold.
they are
Don't
looking
you
like
know.
this is the first year of rec too, so it's going to be like gangbusters.
In Minnesota?
If
You
it
got
was
rec?
if it was
Yeah.
4,000, it was 6,000 people last year. Can you imagine how much bigger it's going to be?
I used to live in Minnesota, and you could not get a shred of good weed in Minnesota. And if you did, you did not share it.
That's because Andy hasn't been there in 10 years.
That's
or
right.
so.
He was
So
out of town. Now he's back. And now
Yeah.
Andy's back. And the shit's about
10
to
years?
get real.
Yeah,
So
pretty much.
He's
Or-
going to check in with us at around
15.
top of the hour because they're in the preparation mode for the show tomorrow. So that's in really soon. So we're going to start off with him. Then we have Sarah coming on. And then do we have anybody else?
Well, no,
Oh,
but we
have
want to.
this. There we go. That's
So
what I forgot.
at 14er, they are releasing this. I've never heard of it before. It's called DJC. Really nice strain. But they're calling it Garden Select. And so what they do is it's, hand selected out, hand trimmed, hand cured, just processed a little different. And the difference in price is this is $20 an eighth out the door. Okay?
That's a good deal. It's a
This
smoking
is
deal.
maybe it's $30 an eighth. Sorry, $30 an eighth out the door.
That's still good.
Okay.
Is there a done deal?
Yes, 10% off if you go online.
Ooh.
But this is only $10, $20 a quarter more.
Oh,
So
okay.
it's not that This is $80.
Can I see
So Yeah, well, this is the first time we're opening it, so this is.
Slow down, Bucky.
And
I'm just
what they asked us to
anxious.
do is to open up you open up a can of that,
Can of whoop ass?
yeah,
Open up that can of
and we
worms.
want to.
To be honest with you, that smells like pure gasoline.
Did you guys bet
I hope
on
so.
if I would have not brought a tray out or anything too, other than when I was gonna
They've done
notice my
studies,
microphone wasn't
Yeah.
on?
Make sure we get that right near the microphone.
Over under.
This guy very GMO-y.
I love that they nitro
this is
seal
the
their
Garden
packaging.
Select.
It makes it
That's the
so
Garden.
much fresher.
There's some
Mark, do you
DDC.
want a nug of this to put on camera?
This looks nice.
Yeah,
Yeah. Definitely looks nice.
Let me see that.
I hope I didn't get
There
the
you go.
whole pricing wrong.
It's funny because this one smells almost more like GMO-y vibe to it now, doesn't it? It's got more of a funk to it than
That's
normal.
like a cookies.
So
GMO
that was
cross.
nitrogen sealed
nitrous.
nitrogen sealed
Nitro.
can.
That's gas.
This they're not sealing them, but they are putting them in the the high end glass jars. I can. Did you get a good shot?
Maybe we could put it in one of your shredders.
Oh, in the
No,
digger?
no,
Yeah.
no. We're gonna hand.
Are you after all of that, you're gonna shred it? Oh my god!
Never leave home without it.
That's the one-hitter digger, buddy.
Yeah.
One hitter digger.
That's how I met. That's how I met you.
That's right. Amsterdam.
I
And
saw like so. He came over for the cup his first year, and he had Hap too. That was the best part, right? Was he
No.
with
That
you?
was with my brother
Oh, was it your brother?
Yeah.
I remember Hap with you at one point, but
a few times.
okay, but yeah, it was and the smile on your face that year was like permanent. You had like a permagrin the whole time.
Of course.
And you were hawking like you were down at Coney Island or something, right? He
love
thought
it.
he was at Coney Island.
I love it.
Hey, get over here, step right up, check it out. He was like, it was funny. I remember like
That
going,
was funny.
God, somebody is having a good time.
Oh, I love that place. I haven't been there in years.
Really?
Not since actually like when Colorado started going good, we stopped going there.
Yeah.
When I moved out,
When
he
you
was
moved
like,
back,
he was
it
like,
was-
why would I even want?
Why would I even go?
Why waste
Why
my
even
time?
visit?
God, how many Thanksgivings were we there for?
So many, and there was always, and
All of them.
That sounds
Who-
wonderful.
Like
who
12?
came through in the end on every fucking Thanksgiving, made sure that all those Americans didn't go home
That's
hungry.
right.
Doug and fucking TH Seeds. We would roll in with all these food
Yep.
because we had this one place which was owned by an Australian guy, but he was a really good cook, and he knew, like, he just put out like Christmas, Thanksgiving, and all those times he'd put out like dinner deals.
Yeah.
And we'd go over there and score and bring it down, and it's just so funny because like the fact that the Cannabis Cup was on Thanksgiving every fucking year
They did it on purpose.
was like an insult
they
to
did.
every
Yeah, of
American
course.
who lived there. Like,
Yeah.
like you're like, so basically you came and hijacked our one day that we just
Yeah,
want to
our
chill
ruined
out.
like 5,000
Like-
U.S. guys' family.
Like we, was,
Yeah.
like we just want to all
holiday.
get, because we all want to get together. Oh, dude, it's Thanksgiving. Let's all get together. Dude. We can't. We got to do the fucking
Maybe
cup.
they wanted to
We're all
boost
busy.
the
And it's
restaurants,
like, I'll see
too.
you at the milk bag. And then
What was the reason for that? I never understood that
I
either.
100% know the reason why, and I questioned them from day one. I was always going to them. I said, "Listen, dude, I live here, and this is not the time of year that anybody wants to be here. This
a
is like
family
this
time."
is like
Yeah,
this is
exactly.
like it's, no. I'm talking about Holland. Like you
Yeah.
don't want to be in Holland
It's
in November. It's
wet and-
wet,
Oh, it
rainy,
sucked.
cold, right? And then I was like, and this is an American event
Yeah.
put on by Americans who are bringing over Americans. And I said, what you're doing is you're basically you're taking all the cool people that are respectful for their families. They can't come.
Right.
Or if they do come, they have to leave on the first day. So
Right.
all my friends that I really want to hang out with, like all the best people, they're like, dude, I'm just here for like the first day. And I'm like, what?
Let's smoke a bowl. I gotta go.
I gotta go. And you're like,
crazy.
dude, I can't. I gotta go home, man. I can't. And then the other guys, it's the exact opposite. It's like, oh, you're the black sheep of the family, obviously.
Yeah.
like they're like, dude, fuck my family.
What do you mean
fuck
Daddy's
them,"
not
and-
gonna be at Thanksgiving?
Yeah,
and-
sorry.
And so if you came every year for the Cannabis Cup, that means that every single year you're not with your family. Like, which is like,
Yep.
so it made me
Unheard
realize.
of.
It made me realize who we're dealing with. And I asked Steve Hager back in the day. I was like, dude, why don't you do it in the summertime, or something like that, and then do the winter one somewhere else where it's warm.
Yeah.
You know? And he was like,
Yeah.
no,
It's not possible.
The reason this is Steve Hager. He's from fucking Ohio. He's not got the Dutch accent. His whole deal was that flights are cheap because nobody wants to travel during on the actual day of, like, once it's up until that day it's busy, but then on the day, and so their whole deal was flights are cheap, and then they could get and for them it was like a way to get out of
That's how I roll.
out of the States, get a bunch of free weed, and get back for Christmas. You know what I mean? That's pretty much all their whole little scam was. It was cheap flights. I was like, dude, you got to get around that. And especially when Spain opened up, I was like, dude, perfect opportunity. Put the November Cup in Spain.
Yep, that would have.
We're gonna all be stoked. All the Dutch people will be like, yeah, let's go. Get the fuck out of here. This place is getting cold. Do it in November in Spain, and then do the summertime one in Amsterdam, and then do a hash one in the summertime, because who cares? It doesn't matter. There's no season for hash. Hash is there is a season, but it's
right now. It's every day.
We're trying to raise money for a field trip to Amsterdam.
I'm doing a lot in Europe now, almost as much as here now, and it's I'm going over there a lot more now.
Oh, good. Nice.
We're gonna do the Berlin show.
The ICB.
Mary Jane.
Oh, interesting.
Yeah. So actually,
we got invited again.
Yeah, well, we'll see.
There's tickets involved.
I reached out. I've been talking with Alex Rogers.
Okay.
He'd love us to do something for ICBC in Berlin, which tail ends or whatever bookends up against Mary Jane and
July.
No. This is March, I believe.
Oh, okay.
You know, it's almost right after Cannabis,
Champs.
April.
After Champs.
Yeah.
So we should look into doing all of those, especially if this new guy wants to expand into Europe. And you know, there's a lot of the people we know are looking to go there right now. So we can relieve the burden of one company footing the bill, where several need that exposure. So we'll all work it out. I mean, we can't rely on Colorado Fresh CBD, because you've seen Mark's rider, right? If he travels international, he just has to be anywhere on the plane. He'll fall asleep.
That's right.
And he'll wake up there, and that will be it. It doesn't matter if it doesn't matter. You can give him one of the bins up top, but Adam, it's business class or better.
Business class or better.
Yeah.
Oh man.
Yeah, I'm very demanding.
If there's a Polaris,
first class on all transatlantic flights.
Oh yes, of course. If there's a Polaris, it has to have Adam's name on it. And he needs one. We got somebody coming in.
There he is, Josh. What's going on?
Yo, guys, how we doing?
Good, man.
Nice. There he is, Uncle Andy with the fucking
Adam Dunn show shirt.
With hippied out, dude.
Whoa.
What a hippie.
He's
been hanging out with you.
Here on site crushing all day for us. Killing that.
He's been hanging out with you too long because his hair's getting really
Do you have an intern or a page there you can send to the CVS or Target to get clippers?
Yeah.
So you can get the, you know.
We actually had a barber lined up as one of the vendors that I was super stoked about. And, you know, just
I don't think he showed.
in the cup.
That's a good idea. That's a good idea. For sure.
So,
so you're on the grounds. You're on the grounds. I see the stage is set up. Looking good.
Yeah. So we had just like a crazy rainstorm this morning.
Oh shit!
And so
of course he did.
Of course, in classic festival style, it just
Burning
had
Man.
to change everything, move the stage, move all this, that, people getting stuck. And,
oh yeah, good. So you had your own Burning Man experience.
Little Woodstock 99.
Exactly.
Yep, little Woodstock. As long as it doesn't get to people
Any
thrashing the place.
Right,
Then you're
exactly.
I got papers.
No.
How's it look for tomorrow?
My favorite thing was people were like, "Oh, I think we should just postpone the event until Sunday or maybe next weekend."
You're like,
I don't think you guys understand how that works.
Yeah,
you know, the Far Side is an international hip hop group. You think they're flying out the next day. It doesn't just work like that.
Right, exactly.
Oh, 100%. But how's it look for tomorrow? You're not dealing with the same bullshit, you think, or
So we're looking at some rain and some weather overnight. But then, and remember, we're in Minnesota here, folks. The forecast tomorrow, 85 degrees and sunny.
Oh, awesome. That's great.
The state bird is the mosquito. I used to live in St. Paul.
Are they still alive?
Oh, yeah.
Here, something
State
happened.
bird.
Yeah. Are the mosquitoes still alive, or have they all died yet?
They come in and out, with just depending on the weather and the water and all of that. But we just got eaten alive the other day. So yeah, they're still out.
Oh, then I'm glad Adam had no idea there were 6,000 people there, because I would have done well there.
So where in Minnesota are you?
Duluth, right?
Duluth.
So Duluth is where I opened my first shop. That's right up on Lake Superior, the northern part of the state. But we're in Minneapolis right now, and that's where my second shop is.
What are your cross
we're right in the
streets?
heart of it. What was that?
Who are you, zip code man?
What are your I used to live in St. Paul, and just shout out your folks in Minnesota. What are your cross streets? Let us know.
Oh, all right. Well, my gallery's on Lyndale and Lake Street.
Okay.
We call the neighborhood Lynn Lake. Yeah. So that's most people had heard of it as Uptown. Yep. But when you get into the very specifics, Lynn Lake is the neighborhood in Uptown.
It's like by the Lake of the Isles, Lake
Yeah.
Calhoun, a very beautiful part of Minneapolis.
What are you, a weatherman?
I am a
He's a little
weatherman
of
in my
everything.
spare time.
He's a
I'm
little
a
of
tour
everything.
guide, weatherman, and random fact generator all at once.
That's right.
We have the green screen.
We have a
here
green
for
screen.
you,
You can
too.
do it. You can do it if we
Yeah.
can get the weather up there for you.
Let's see it. Give me the forecast for the cup
Forecast
tomorrow.
calls for Kush. The forecast calls for Kush. So you guys are going to be setting up a lot of tents right now. It looks like you're going to be working pretty late.
Yeah. We got like 140 different vendors.
Wow.
And so we learned our lesson, from previous years and having vendors all set up like a whole day ahead of time instead of just like the chaos of like same day.
Totally.
Yeah, that's
They'll always be same day people anyway, so let them kind of make their way through. But as long as you got a majority of it set up, you're good to go.
All I can say is keep your parking under control. I just did an event
We
in New York.
we hired a parking company that's gonna just like park all our vendors with like a piece of paper in between the cars. So like you're like if you like can get this piece of paper and you're good, but otherwise it's too far.
They're gonna go out the
So, yeah,
sunroof and just park them.
Oh yeah,
That's
only
awesome.
way to do it.
That's right.
Well, that's awesome. And then so you have Farside, and then I saw you had Slug hosting. That's awesome. And then you also had Hotbox. And what was the other? What was the other DJ you had? Maniac?
DJ Abilities. He was like part of a group, Idea and Abilities, which was on Rhymesayers with Atmosphere. Fortunately, like Idea has passed away.
That's all my shit right there.
So he's got the
Hang on
ability
one
side
sec,
of
Josh.
things. But
Mark, tell us about this DJ.
Oh no, I used to listen to these guys all the time. It's
I love
it's
Atmosphere.
actually crazy to hear all these names while I'm here. So like it's
And
cool.
we could be right there right now.
I
if
know,
you
right?
just-
Minnesota has like an incredible music scene. I mean, a lot of people don't know about it, but when you think about Prince and all the stuff that he has done in his club First Ave, now every major performer wants to go perform at First Ave and sign that wall. It's a big deal.
Oh,
Yeah. So music
it's
in
in
Minnesota is
Minnesota.
fire.
yeah, so on the day we like actually legalized, which was August 1st, that was the day a couple months ago where
How's the weed up
you could
there?
legally like grow your own weed. You could legally possess up to 2 ounces of flour, up to 8 grams of hash. So kind of like the very first like milestone, like post passing the law. Minnesota didn't do what a lot of states have done and ban public consumption. And it was actually really sweet. Like I was able to be down at the Capitol like a ton in the legislative session and lobbying and testifying and working on some of the aspects of the bill. And we like made sure that like they didn't touch the like public consumption kind of side of things, especially like on the social equity. Like there's so much in terms of legalization for the communities that have been disproportionately impacted by prohibition. And so then if you like don't allow public consumption and you can't, smoke weed in your apartment building, then it becomes like, if you're like middle class and upper class and like white, you can legally smoke, but no one else like can. So like that's why the public consumption is like so important.
That's a huge problem here in Denver because in the leases in the apartment buildings, it still says it's up to the company's discretion based upon what their law tolerance is on a federal level. And so we see a lot of people here.
Kills it right there. Yeah.
It kills it. And so we see a lot of, and you have to read your rental agreements, but we see a lot of people here who get terminated from a rental agreement because they smoke weed in their apartment. It's like, it's legal. I ran into this because I'm a medical patient and people were like, oh yeah, that guy smokes weed. And I'm like, okay, would you rather, it's ADA compliance, right? If you need to smoke and you're in your apartment, it's medicinal, you should be able to smoke in your apartment.
The landlord can still throw you out?
Yeah.
Absolutely, if it's in the language.
Colorado's not a very good place for
renters.
It's definitely not in your favor at all.
Really?
Yeah, if you live in Colorado and you are a renter, make sure that you read the print in your lease and have them send it to you and just like search illegal or marijuana or pot or whatever. Just like see if it's in the lease. It's not that hard. You know what I mean?
And most of them, they're in there now because they've been through so many different people over the years, and they're like, well, no, that's it. We're writing it in for growing. Actually, I saw something last night on the news, which was pretty interesting from Minnesota, which was they were talking
Even
about
outside in the
about
backyard?
that old law, about that
On
old
premises,
law
anywhere.
about
fuck?
being able to sell your whatever you grow on your farm. So,
Oh, yeah,
so theoretically,
yeah, that's a big thing.
so theoretically, you can sell your weed from your garden.
But that's how California works.
And but yeah, well,
Because you can walk up to a dispensary in Cal. I know it's a whole nother level of looseness in California, but you can walk up to a dispensary, have a finished product, and sell it to them, and they can sell it.
I was just in Maine, same thing. If you're a caregiver, you can sell to the dispensary. Like,
that frightens me though, because
and it doesn't have and medical is not tested. Rec is tested. Boggles my mind.
Everything should be tested.
It was
everything.
like that here
I don't get it.
It's the opposite, right? Like, oh, you're medical. Why would we want to test?
And the weed
anything
was
for
totally
you?
different.
Like,
Medical and rec,
you are
different
compromised.
grows.
We see people like
It was weird.
I deal with clients at Colorado Fresh that they will sometimes not need a COA, and we are totally cool with that. But we always provide one anyway. So it's like if you don't have COA product, it kind of begs the question, like, are you taking care of your customers? You know what I mean?
Yeah. So you guys were talking about the first Ave. Sorry to go back to that
Yes.
topic, but I got a fun little anecdote from that. So that's the like legendary club like downtown Minneapolis.
Oh yeah.
And so on August 1st on Legalization Day, we like threw like a block party in front of First Ave.
That's amazing.
And we like got permission to close down like 2 blocks in front of like the club.
Ooh. It's the
And
Target
then,
Center also right there. So this is a major area.
And so then on inside, you know, we had music and speakers and like all the politicians and shit. And then on the outside, that's what like Legacy threw. So we just threw the big like first like outdoor like sesh.
That's
so just
sick.
like had everyone bring their hash, everyone bring their weed, everyone bring their pipes, and just like, you know, completely with the city. I had to be on a Zoom call with like 42 people to get the permit like approved, including all these cops, all these city officials, and like they were just like, you know, I'm blown up in the center screen, and they're all just like throwing questions at me, and like,
Pretty
you know, my lawyer
progressive,
prepped me
though.
on everything I can say. And so yeah, it was epic. We got to just like all like smoke out on the first day of legalization, just downtown Minneapolis.
That's awesome.
And then the mayor
Fun.
showed up, and like ended up buying a pipe from our stand.
Nice.
Like so, like a locally made piece from
That's-
like us.
that's
And
awesome.
then was walking around the festival. It was a big old Gandalf. And was walking around the festival, like showing everyone this pipe, showing the media.
That's
and so like a
awesome.
bunch of like photographers like got the picture and like wrote the post, like, you know, Minneapolis Mayor Jacob Fry, like with his newly purchased pipe from Legacy Glassworks on Legalization Day.
Oh, bro.
That's amazing.
I've followed you guys on Instagram for a long time. You have great stuff. I love also
Thank
that
you.
you have a location in Duluth, because I used to go on vacation to I used to go up to the Boundary Waters and
hell yeah.
had a little cabin up there. And just a great area. I did not imagine anyone would have had access to Hetty's in Duluth before you guys came around. And it's an awesome artist community. You've got Jess Durfee's up there, who's an amazing marble
Oh, yeah.
maker. And
Oh, yeah.
yeah, that's cool. It's really cool to see, you know, the progress that's happening in Minnesota, local pipe makers, you know, dab rigs being made, because it used to just be bongs. A lot of people used to just make those straight tubes, but now with dabbing, you have a lot more lamp workers.
We didn't tell you about Matt. He works for the Duluth Chamber of Commerce.
Oh yeah, he's a
Yeah, exactly.
Meteorologist, tour guide.
Yeah.
You can find me on East Bearskin Lake cruising around in a canoe looking for
Nice.
anyone who will listen to me.
I love it.
No, so yeah, it's really cool. Minnesota's a cool scene, and your hash has gotten a lot better too. I've had some of your hash from Minnesota.
Oh yeah.
Well, tell us about this event of yours. I mean, what else besides music is going to be going on regarding the cannabis space?
Yeah. So we got the Ganja games going on that main stage. And so
What is the
first thing
Ganja
we got-
games?
Well, yeah, you got to back
I'm
up there.
gonna
Yeah,
tell you.
let's go into the events, please.
The first thing we got is the Bong hit competition. So that's we got 40 people who have signed up for the Bong hit competition.
No, we already know who's going to
And
win
so
that. I already know.
Well, we got 10. We'll have 10 bongs going at the same time. We're gonna start with like, I think we'll start with like half gram, probably, maybe a little like less, and then like have it all weighed out, and you know, have everybody, and you have to like hit the whole thing. You have to clear the whole tube. You can't puke, but you can cough, obviously. And then we're just
put
gonna
no
like
bodily
go up
fluids.
in weight,
Just put no bodily fluids. That's all. You can-
right?
So are you
No
going
bodily fluids,
for?
yeah.
Do you have to hold it for like a certain?
Is there a
second?
temp
No.
you have to go at?
Well, we'll get to the dab hit competition. This is just the bong hit, so you just gotta like
Oh,
clear
I-
that whole like
Do the
slide.
red
Yeah,
hot
like-
nail.
I thought you were talking
competition.
about a half gram of oil.
No.
Oh, we'll go to that in a second. That's the biggest dab competition, which is another one up there. So we'll have the biggest dab competition. We got a lot of people in that. I think we're gonna start just like right at 1 gram to just like weed out the like. I can't do a gram jam myself, but
so gram and up.
Weed them out.
That's like an afternoon for
me. and there, they're apparently the trick is going in like way hotter than you would ever want it, just so you have to like, crush that thing out.
It's kind of like it's like
glowing red.
It's like a truck pull. Like you can only if you go in too slow, you're gonna get bogged down. If you go in too quick, you're gonna fucking. So it's like it's a little hotter is better.
I have a buddy who smokes. I have a buddy who smokes like multi-gram dabs. And
send him in, ringer. How much is the prize? What's first prize?
Yeah, what are you giving away?
What do you got for
a
prize?
mosquito?
Yeah, right.
Yeah.
We're doing like a $250 legacy shopping spree for each of like the Ganja games, and then like we have sponsors that are like sponsoring each of those. So just like a big care package from the sponsors.
Gotcha.
And
you can buy 1/4 of a Quave banger.
You can put a down payment on one. Exactly. You put in a deposit. You want a deposit.
And then we got the joint rolling competition.
Nice. Oh yeah.
So do a little joint rolling competition, like where we're looking for like creative shit, like menorahs and tulips,
let's go, baby.
Burning American flags.
Do you know Weavers? Are you familiar?
What was that?
Are you familiar with Weavers? Weavers.
Oh yeah.
Should get him out there, man. He would probably
Next
do
year.
on the spot. Yeah, for sure.
That'd be sick.
Yeah, he's a dope guy.
And then the fourth competition for the Ganja Games is the headiest pipe competition. So like encouraging like all our crew to bring out their like headies to like sesh out at the cup. And then we're doing that one like slam dunk style. So we got like a panel of like expert like judges, and we'll have like all the filled with water so they can water test it. But then it'll be like holding up like the number, like, oh, that's a 6, that's a 4, and like going up that.
Oh, bro. So when is this? This is
some
tomorrow.
Pissed off people. There'll be some
I wish I would.
Tomorrow, yep.
Okay. Well, next time you do this, I want to go because I feel like I have.
You guys gotta come out.
No, this sounds good.
I'm gonna bring my friend with me, and we're gonna like crush this thing.
Fuck yeah.
6,000 people. You said?
Is that what you had?
We had 6,000 last year.
Nice.
So like we could be hitting 10,000 this year now that we like have the full legalization. Can actually like
That's
we're
crazy.
messaging like bring your weed, bring your hash, bring your headies.
good
and
job.
Go hard.
How's the security gonna be?
Good job.
Oh yeah. I was like.
Like security at the gate.
Or inside the event?
What do you need security for?
Because
being in
outside of like the Wook show last year or another couple of shows, like there was a guy, he got both of his pieces stolen.
Oh.
He got robbed at gunpoint.
At a Wook fest?
No. That was Jason Harris's 12 Bong that got stolen.
No. This was like actual. This was an actual
I
guy.
heard about that.
Which one are you talking about?
This is a show that happened either earlier this year or last year.
This year.
And it was a guy who's a big collector, and he was robbed at gunpoint. And this is why, like, when my buddies and I travel, and they have contrabasso pieces, they have bucks, they have mothership, crazy Yushin pieces. Like, when you travel with a piece that's worth $30,000 to $120,000, like, you got to have friends with you. You know what I mean?
Definitely.
Yeah, it's tough, but like, it's great to be able to sesh out of those pieces when you're around a community of people who they're not going to mess with you. You know what I mean?
Well, Chalice got a little sloppy like that. Do you remember?
So,
That was rough out there, though. It's not the event. It's where it's at.
Yeah.
Exactly.
It's just a rough
Chalice
area.
had some major robberies during
That's
that.
the one we showed up at the end.
Yeah.
That one?
Yeah.
I mean,
you got to be
that's
so
like
careful.
whole booths got raided and stuff like
Dude, that's
it was
Cali.
Like,
It's just it's
I
rough
know.
out there.
It's tough. It's tough.
You got to be careful when people see, like, when you open that box up and you've got something that's like a buck sitting in there and it's a good size, not one of these little crocodiles. Everyone is going to be like, that guy is got dough. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Like,
one of the things that I've been trying to push for, like in our high-end glass community, is like getting people to actually insure those like pieces.
It should
like
be,
if you have a Picasso on your wall, like that thing is fully insured.
But that's the thing. You would Picasso will be on your wall.
Yeah, your glass
the
guys
glass
rolling
piece
around.
you take down and show.
But here's the thing: if it's stolen, it's an extension of your homeowner's insurance policy.
You think State Farm's going to insure a bong?
It's art, right? It's art, right? So if you have comps,
if you have it on a spreadsheet and stuff, because I just looked into this for my vinyl collection and actually insuring my vinyl collection because I just like priced it all out and I was like, I should probably get insurance on this shit. And this is renter's insurance does cover a little bit, but it has to be like on a document and a
Yeah.
spreadsheet, notated, all kinds of shit.
Yeah.
But you
Crazy.
can get coverage for that stuff. Like,
I mean, if it's a real piece and it's got fucking, it's you can show it. You can actually show it. It's fucking.
I mean, how
it's-
can you
we're
prove the
just
value
gonna-
of it? I
because
don't
you
know.
can
I
look
mean,
at
what I would like to see is like, how there's like specific insurance companies now that their like niche is like insuring dispensaries and insuring grows and shit that no one else will. I'd like to see some people like actually working on specific insurance where they're like, it's not just an item on a spreadsheet. Like they know exactly what they're like insuring. And like, yeah, you're going to pay more. Like it's going to be a higher risk than, insuring the piece on your wall.
most of this stuff either when it's insured.
Hey,
Oh, I'm on
Hey.
I'm on AirPod.
You see what I found?
If so,
Hang on a sec.
Pop. We got a special guest.
special guest in house. What's going on?
Can you hear us?
Yeah.
Who's your special guest?
It's like, who the fuck is cat?
Yeah,
I don't know
wait,
why.
wait, wait.
Gorilla Glue Cat.
You
But I'll
have
say
to
what's up.
say who it is.
A cat.
We have 90% of the people are listening, not
Yeah,
watching.
they're not.
yeah, we don't know.
So that was Cat from.
Did you see Cat?
Yes, GG4 Cat.
Okay.
GG4 Cat.
Yes, sir.
Excellent.
She's our people. She's Minnesotan, so now she can finally be home.
So you never thought of like having like the winner be like the golden mosquito or something like that? Mosquito taking a bong hit.
Stuck on a mosquito.
I haven't thought of it till now, but I like it. Especially if we could get a nice little fucking hand blown mosquito, like a nice little heady. That
No,
looks
you
like
gotta
that.
do the instead of having the needle nose, it has a bong nose, right?
There you go.
There's a
You
bong
know who
nose.
would make that?
That would,
Raymond.
that would look dope.
Robert Mickelson would make that.
There you go.
Oh yeah.
Get a
Let's
little
make it
ram
happen.
mosquito.
Make it so. Make
Buck?
it so.
I'd like to
Buck
see
would make
the buck mosquito though, like all prehistoric style.
Talk to him.
So I want to hear all about more competitions, but I do want to just get it out there because if I say I'm going to remember later, I won't. How did we just let it glance over that Mark has an award-winning sized vinyl collection?
Not a huge one, but there's some.
Insurable.
We
I
need
just-
to do a
I just
show
figured
on
out.
that, man. You need to get the word out. I can't be the only person clicking on the. You need to rework the intro for the show.
Yeah.
With
all of my records.
Every record at once.
I'll use one note from every record
well, whatever you can
and make a
take
new intro.
to not get banned.
What's your hours? How late? What are you guys doing for your timing? Like starting, opening gates open at what
So-
time? And
Yeah, tomorrow we're gonna do 11 a.m. to 7 p.m. Sunsets at 6:55. So like, save a bunch of the headache of trying to get out every booth power and stage lights and all that. So
Sure.
11 a.m. to 7 p.m. tomorrow. And yeah, I'm gonna have to run pretty quick here to kind of put out some fires. But let me think what else we got
I'm
going
surprised
on.
you.
Well,
I'm surprised you haven't had any. I was waiting to hear Josh.
Right.
That's like
No,
usually
hold
whenever you-
on. We want to talk about his childhood right now.
Oh yeah,
for
we need to
another
go break it
45
down.
minutes.
Break it down to your. When was the first
Yeah,
time you
tell us
spoke?
about how your relationship with your parents.
right?
This
I'm
event
gonna
sounds
fly.
good.
I'm gonna fly in and come on the show and sesh with you guys, and then we'll go
Nice.
all the way to the
We'll
court.
go deep.
That sounds like a plan. And then I think next year I can already tell you that we're going to have a whole posse of people that want to
Yeah.
come. So you may have to give
I
us
wanna go.
a whole section. So we'll have a whole bunch of different
This sounds like a good one.
whole bunch
Yes.
of different groups wanting to come.
Could we do it in like 2 weeks from now when the mosquitoes are sure to be dead?
They're never dead. They're just hibernating.
The timing was always the thing. So like, originally tried to do it where you could bring in your like outdoors and actually like harvest that style, but it's so hard to do with being able to have like weather that'll cooperate.
Yeah.
So last year we had it in like mid-November, and it was like
tough.
30 degrees. It wasn't the worst, but like it was.
It's hard to
not
relax.
super-
Yeah.
Hard to relax at 30 degrees. But I mean, you guys are from Minnesota. You should probably get away with it. You'd be
It
like,
seems like he's killing it
like
right now.
30. This is nothing. This is nothing.
You don't look stressed.
Yeah,
It's 30 there
congratulations.
right now?
Yeah, wait till you get off the
I-
thing. He's gonna crumble. He's gonna crumble. He's gonna crumble into a heap on the ground. Mommy.
It might happen. It might happen.
Nah, you look like you got
but
it
yeah,
under
obviously, I
control.
really appreciate you guys having me on.
Oh, we can't wait to hang out again.
It's been fun. So,
No, you got
hell
Uncle
yeah.
Andy there. I already know you're gonna make it happen. So don't worry about it.
Yep.
You want to go wave goodbye?
Oh, get
up,
back to
y'all?
work. Get back
Hippie
to
Uncle
work.
Andy. Jeez, get a haircut,
Jesus
kid.
Christ.
You didn't send anybody at the
guys-
beginning to get the razor?
No, we could have done it live on the show. He wants to cut it. I know it. He's like,
We'll do it in post.
That barber tomorrow. We'll just go put it up there. sit him down.
Cool.
All right.
Thank you
I'll
for your
give him a
time.
gram dab, and
Give
then
him
I'll go throw him at the barber chair.
Shave it on the side and give him a lightning bolt. Man, make them all cheesy.
Make sure you get your hair cut first.
No,
before you...
if you're doing Andy, you need to carve something. It'd be like Snoopy or Yoda.
Yeah.
Yoda.
Yeah.
Yoda, yeah, that's a great idea. All right, Josh, man, thanks a lot. Legacy,
Much love, guys. We'll see you
Legacy
soon.
Glassworks. Make
Later.
it happen. Cool.
Peace.
All right, peace out. So, fuck, they got Far Side, Slug, big lineup, good lineup.
That sounds good.
Abilities.
10,000 people.
Wow.
Smoking in public. Nobody gives a fuck.
This sounds great.
6,000 people.
Mayor.
Now
That
that
was
sounds like a
last
good
year.
I
time.
said 10,000 this year.
It's going to be great.
Yeah, that's huge.
Now I forgot what I was going to tell him. If one of those three canceled,
Yeah.
Mark would have been available.
Perez, fly him in now.
DJ Mark.
Not with those guys.
That would
I can't hang with
you
those
would
guys.
not make it.
Yeah, I
No,
can't
they
hang
would
with
be
those
like,
guys.
what is
Yeah,
this?
they'd be like, this guy.
This guy
This
blows.
guy.
Get him
This
outta
guy.
here.
I definitely get the hook. for
Now
sure.
that would be a tough crowd. I can already tell you.
Oh, dude. Yeah, you have to know what you're doing. There.
Yeah.
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 What are you saying?
I'm just. It's a different.
All right.
It's a different thing.
I gotcha.
Yeah.
No, I agree.
Yeah.
Plus, again, they're
would die.
they're
Shaq
just
can do
by
it.
just by the lineup that's already there. You can already see like they ain't fucking around. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
It's
No,
like-
we learned a lot from that. We learned that there's going to be like 10,000 people there, and that it's Adam's fault that we're not there right now. Nothing to do with me.
Andy made it sound like some friends of his who had a little glass shop were
together.
having a cup, and I'm like, oh, okay, that's cool. Yeah, let him on the show, And
Yeah.
then later, he like yesterday, he's like, dude,
It's a banger.
6,000 people. I was like, 6,000, and then
That's
all of
a
a sudden
lot
I
of
started
people.
seeing the lineup because they kept the lineup secret, so I didn't know. And then I was just thinking, I didn't even know there was a lineup. I didn't
Why
even
do you
know.
keep a lineup secret?
Because it makes
that's
it more.
how you do things professionally, Dave.
Yeah, it makes it more exciting,
And
so
you
people
can't-
buy
Maybe you gotta
tickets.
Maybe they didn't
no,
sign the
it generates
contract.
No,
Buzz.
maybe you got to collect enough money to pay, so you'll
Yes.
know who's playing that day.
Right,
No,
exactly.
you have to
Okay, we
pay
can
them.
afford.
No, you have to pay them.
What happens is it leaks
before
out.
you can even mention
Yeah,
them.
It leaks out through the crew, and then the crew lets people know, and then there's even more buzz because like I've heard it's gonna be this and this, and it's gonna be that and that. And
Why is that
Yeah.
bad?
No, that's
No,
good.
it's not bad. I don't think it's bad.
No, I don't
No,
either.
I agree with you. No. I
But
mean,
in general, no, it's
certain
definitely
things are
number
okay.
one rule of doing an event with any real act is that you have the fucking ink signed before you tell anybody in print.
Yes.
Because if you print it,
Oh, yeah.
Of
and
course.
you didn't pay them,
Never happens.
you basically owe them the money you're supposed to pay them, and they don't perform.
Right,
They say,
exactly.
They say, "Give me the money, and I'm not performing.
Yep.
Fuck you." And then you're like, "What do you mean?" And you're like, "That's not how we do things." They probably won't. They probably will perform, but they'll be like, "Dude."
But
we
when
want
it works.
protest.
and we want extra money.
The nightmare is like organizing these guys on the day of the show. They always show up late.
No,
Or
but-
there's like
well,
they
the
don't.
best was I won't mention his name, but he brought a check to Snoop Dogg, and Snoop just ripped it up in front of him and goes, "I do not accept checks. You get the money and you put the cash into a shoebox and you bring it to me here." And all of a sudden, on like a Sunday, he had to get like 40 grand in cash.
I'm
And it was
surprised
like- and he
Snoop
was
is
in- and he
so
was-
much more expensive.
And he was in it. Well, it was a DJ set. So
and it was
not a-
back in the day.
It's a
too.
DJ
Yeah,
set.
wow.
It was not a real set. So it was a DJ set where he doesn't. He
Snoop-adelic.
but he sings. He'll get on the mic and be all stupid
Sure.
and play Britney Spears. And he's like the worst DJ.
Dude, he's such a bad DJ.
Yeah.
Yeah, he's the worst. It doesn't care. He's not DJing. He's
Yeah,
just playing
he's just
music.
playing music.
He's just being Snoop Dogg.
Shaq is better than him.
Oh yeah, Shaq is actually
Shaq is a
technically
good
proficient.
DJ,
He's
actually.
actually
Getting-
technically proficient. Yeah,
He's
like-
getting better for sure. But he just yells a lot.
well.
He's
I
just
mean,
Shaq.
That stuff's annoying, dude. I don't like that
Oh
stuff.
my god.
But he's a decent
Did you
DJ.
ever see where they just clipped just him on the mic, and it's like 10 minutes long, and it's just so funny because it's like, is there music ever? Because he keeps pulling music down and getting on the mic every 5 seconds. Yes, sir.
Yeah, he's a great business guy. He owns the likeness of Marilyn Monroe.
I don't know why he called himself DJ Diesel, though. That just didn't make any sense.
Who does?
It makes
Shaq.
It's like,
Really?
you just call yourself Shaq. I mean, you are DJ Shaq, really.
I
aren't you?
forgot why he did that, but
He used to be
I used to know
he used
that
to be
for some
Shaq
reason.
Diesel when he was like
Shaq Diesel, yeah.
he used to be Shaq Diesel,
Oh, okay,
so
I
he
guess
calls
so.
himself DJ Diesel.
that's right.
Oh,
But
there
why
you go.
not use the name that everybody knows it's you instead of Diesel? That
What do you want
I
to
think
use?
of
DJ
I think
Shaq
of Diesel,
Diesel?
Boy every time because I'm like, oh, Diesel
Me
Boy.
too.
And then,
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yep.
Little skinny
That's
white
funny.
guy. It's got nothing to do with
Just call him Shaquille.
yeah, his given name.
That's his given name.
So we'll have the reMind people on in 15 minutes. So we should figure out that
Now we need to smoke
this
another.
is
Let's talk about
this
the,
is
minutes.
We're
I
this
bet you-
one right here is the DJC from the can.
First one was good.
The
First
first
one was really good.
So
Real
it's
good.
$25 out the door for a can right now of DJC.
It's a good
and
deal.
It's
That's a good
$80 for the Garden Select, which I think is well worth it for a quarter.
Oh, for a quarter. Okay.
Yeah.
I thought that was an eighth price.
You're like,
about to be
holy
very sad.
cannoli.
So right now it's 50 versus 80, but normally it would be 60 versus 80. An amazing deal, and it's really grown very well.
14er flower, I'd even take their scrapings off the floor. They're pretty good.
Their flour is really, really good. Yeah.
So if you're in
their
Boulder,
rosin is really, really good.
everything
We
we have
that?
there is
Yeah.
really, really
Usually
good.
when you have good weed, what comes off of it is
Right.
tends to be pretty good.
Matt, what'd you think of this rosin?
I thought that was great. 710 Labs is
that
solid.
It was nice.
Hey, they don't advertise on
Hey,
the
you
show,
know who
though.
gave me this, Adam?
Who gave it to you?
Kevin Longo.
Oh, really?
The Longinator.
I saw him at Champs the other day.
He was here in town?
Yeah, he's a Champs.
He didn't come see
Doesn't
us.
even stop by to
I
say
told him
hello.
to come by.
Surprised.
He's a busy man. He's a busy man.
Where is he? What part?
In North
He's in-
Vegas or South Vegas?
You mean Vegas or here?
Here.
Oh, here is in Pueblo.
Pueblo.
Yeah.
Viva la Pueblo.
Not so nice.
I've never been there.
Pueblo. Not so
Viva
nice.
la Pueblo.
So how was Champs this year? Was it worth the
Yeah,
ticket
it's a tough
price?
one. Every time I get a job there,
It was a
or
good
something
crowd, I
else, it's
thought.
like,
It was it's unreal to see this whole mycology mushroom section now at Champs.
it blew up, huh?
Yeah, it really is.
It was like
Really.
one aisle, though, right?
It was everywhere, man.
It was everywhere, yeah.
Well, it's the kratom of now.
It's big.
it's
big.
either like
There's just, I don't feel comfortable,
CBD
like,
had its moment.
how
Kratom
much
had
more
its moment,
commercialized it's
Delta 8
getting.
had its moment.
Oh, it's wild.
Yeah.
But
So Delta 8's gone,
Thank God.
Thank God.
right? That's gone. The kratom hopefully will go away.
No,
No.
Kratom's
No, that's
okay.
legit.
And Kratom's good. I mean, it's not a good thing for it's not fun, but it's a good thing for people who want,
I'm
people
just-
who need it or gravitate towards it are like, fuck, this is a miracle. You know what I mean? So I'm down
All
with.
right, I can change my tune on it. There just seems
It's
to be
just not
so many
recreational.
of them.
It's not a
it's for-
recreational.
It's the
thing.
fake.
Yeah.
It's the fake THC and the fake psilocybin that I don't. like.
The kratom, though.
The Amanita bullshit.
The Amanita, I hate that shit.
Oh, like none of these products have any medicinal value whatsoever. It's all like sketchy recreational use.
It's like Spice Days.
It's
like the
exactly
same
what it
people.
is.
That's what it
It's
feels
just
like.
they keep coming up with. There's THC, there's HHC, there's Delta 10, Delta 15,
4
whatever.
ACO, DMT, what the hell is it?
ABCD.
Yeah,
Those are okay.
REO
Those are okay.
Speedwagon.
Yeah, the REO Speedwagon is a shit.
REO DMT.
REO M-I.
2M4 REO DMT.
Yes.
REO Amanita.
Are you dead yet? No. Smoke all that stuff, man.
No, but it's. I mean, I was talking to a group in Africa the other day, and they were saying, so they're like, "Oh, have you heard of HHC?" And I'm like, "Just don't even go down that path."
Yeah,
Drink.
stop
Yeah,
right
it's
there.
so annoying.
Let me stop you
They're
right
like,
there.
We heard it's really popular, and I'm like, "Yeah, of course. Every gas station." It's like, I was like, no, and I told them so straight up. With cannabis, it's about quality. Just you want to stay in those top. You want to be on the top 2% of everything. You don't want to fuck around with anything down bottom because it's just, it's like you're in the dregs. you
Yeah,
know?
and don't believe those THC percentage bullshit scores. That's
Well, you can believe them. They just don't have anything really. Anything
got
other
nothing
than
to
being,
do with it.
It's a component in the experience. It is not
It's super
indicative
cool
of the
to
high.
have the
It's all
data.
about the terpenes.
It's
Bro,
great to have the data, but the data never makes sense half the time. Like you're like, dude,
It's
like,
so easy to manipulate. I mean, you put in a dehydrator, you take the 9% water content out.
Yeah.
Your THC score is going up by 10%.
Well,
I mean,
yeah,
we used to crush it with that stuff.
yeah. So it's like dust. Like, it's almost dust.
Yeah,
right.
bring it in bone dry.
Yeah, I mean the fact that you can harvest 30 days or you can test 30 days prior to harvest, or you have to, is an opportunity to get you can get a leaf sample and put it in there when it's young, and you can submit it, and it'll come in super way below.
But the whole crop's hot.
The whole crop could be hot.
Yeah.
But you've still got certification that says it's not hot.
Right.
Because it was tested and it was certified by a laboratory. Even if you sent in, biomass material, I mean, it has to be. You can't just send in biomass, but you could send in all leaf material and sticks and stems.
So bad. Well, it's also the.
Or just keep sending in the same sample for everything you do.
Yeah, but honestly, if you do that, I think that the testing would still vary. You know, I don't think you get
I've
the
had
same.
times where I've sent in the same product, red herring to everybody. Nothing came back the same, and I'm just like, well, this is bullshit. Like, I mean, if I gave you the exact same thing, I put 2 different codes on it, and you gave it back to me, and it's all over, and like, they're not even the same. Like, how the fuck does that work? You know what I mean? And this is like,
I think the system is broken. It's been broken since the beginning. That we were talking earlier. You test recreational. You don't test medical. It's ridiculous.
That's backwards.
And then what are you testing for?
If you ever hang out with testing people, though, you realize like there's very far and few between that are doing it for the right reasons. It's like most of them are like there's times I've been in there and you just see like there's so much cross contamination happening because no one's paying attention. Oh yeah, there's just open things everywhere.
Yeah.
It's like if you send somebody in to most of those places, like boom, spot check. They would fail. Almost every one of them would fail.
When it became required testing in Arizona before we could get it on the shelf, they backed up the labs. So it used to take 2 days, a day maybe, and then it turned into a week, 2 weeks, 3 weeks, and you're sitting on
hold on. I'm going to play devil's advocate then. So what
hundreds
are you
of pounds.
Do you want the FDA involved?
No. Not
testing standards.
Well,
even if you have testing standards, who's going to regulate the testing standards? Who's going to oversee the laboratories?
The state of Colorado Office of CDPHE.
I think just getting people off of the idea that things have to be over 30% THC or it's not going to work.
I spoke to somebody about that, and he said, Dave, he goes, I wouldn't test for THC, but I can't sell my product at a dispensary if I don't tell them it's above 30.
That's how they're educated.
They won't
now,
take
though.
it.
What dispensary
That's
is
the problem, though.
That's the problem.
California.
It's that guy right there. We found the problem. It's the guy receiving the product.
It's the
who doesn't
bud tender.
understand.
It's all these people. The people in California, like I hate to say it, but the people in California are sometimes ruin the market because of how.
What the fuck did you say?
Yeah.
Mr. Colorado Fresh.
I think you're biased.
I'm just saying when I feel like
It's just too many people. That's the problem.
it's too many people and the prices are through the floor. I'm talking about on marijuana. It's overly saturated.
It's like this. The prices are up and down in every direction, though. You got
But
stuff
the
that's
black
being-
market.
You got stuff being sold at like ridiculous prices because some name attached to it. Everybody's super hype. They're like, California is the most hype fixated place, especially LA. You know, I mean, not necessarily the Bay Area, but LA so much. It's like ridiculous to the point where you can have really good weed and nobody will pay you for it. And then if you have, you'll have some mediocre weed, but it's got a great name on it, and people are like, "Oh my god!"
It's
and
the packaging. It's all the packaging.
Yeah,
it's like New York is has that same fixation too. That's why that California product sells like great.
Hold on, wait.
7
but we
million
were in New
people.
York together, and we met a street vendor who gave us the skinny. He just buys the packaging on
course.
Amazon.
Yeah. Yep, that's what they do
Alibaba.
for cookies.
And that's
Yeah,
it.
you can buy that shit on DHgate,
Yeah.
Alibaba.
It's not what it
Runts
says on the
is
package.
That's it.
Yeah.
Don't fucking care.
Runts
you
is
know?
like
That's what he sells it as, but
yeah. Anything runts has to come from a guy.
And then you look
who
at
started
it, and it's
Runts.
like perfectly round golf ball, hard. You know, it's got PGR all through it.
It's Delta 8.
Cali packs. And
or it's not even weed, exactly, or it's some fucking hemp that they.
For the first time in my life, when asked,
Most of them on the street, I'm sure it is, because I know they. Dude, it's not even weed.
Dude, there's 7 million people in New York City.
If it's crushed like this and it looks like someone like pressed it already because of how much bulk was in the bag, it's probably weed.
Yeah, it traveled.
Yeah, exactly.
when for the first time when we were there, somebody asked us, "Do you know where we can get some weed?" And we both looked at each other and said, "No."
No.
We're standing in front of like a giant weed sign, and there was like everywhere around us were like weed, and I was like,
You have to have a
none of this is
guy.
weed right here. This is all hemp bullshit. Because
You-
like
you
those,
need your
they have those
guy.
trucks parked on the street.
Yeah,
and those are like, I looked in at one point, and it was like all these little brown packets, like little brown. It
Yeah.
was just like, oh god, and it's like it's probably not weed. And it's brown. It's like, oh, like
No.
shit
I
that
used
you
to
can-
like the delivery services in New York City. And
That's what you have
the
to
late
have.
80s, the early 90s. They come in the
800
cubes.
want pop.
Cartoon
But they
Network
still have that.
The pager services.
Yeah.
Those are the best.
Now you just follow someone on Instagram, and then they take you to a
millennial
DM
style.
in Signal or something, and they're like, "Okay, great, I'll be there in your apartment in 15 minutes." With
Yeah.
It's
No,
weird.
It's not Signal. It's Telegram.
Telegram?
They're
Is that the
all
new
on
one?
the Telegram.
Oh
right
yeah,
now
that's
with that.
super sketchy.
Oh, it's just you instantly like somebody. It looks like a real Instagram site, and you're looking at it, and they got followers, and they post and everything, and they've got that link and you click it, and it's like
porn.
No, straight up drugs.
Yeah.
You know, powders,
drugs and guns. I've seen those.
Yes, and these things what do they call them? Clone cards or what?
Yes,
you know,
the fake.
It's like giving away free money. Sure, that works.
They've got you can buy on some of these places. They've got like all the scam stuff. They'd be like, credit card duplicator machine to put into a gas station so that you can just
skimmers.
Skimmers, yeah.
So to like bypass this whole, this was brought up in the chat by Jesse in the chat, and have you guys heard about the Cure Act in Illinois? That's working through supposedly.
Yes, they're trying to legalize cannabis, right?
It legalizes. It seems more of like a psilocybin thing. It legalizes the license provision of psilocybin in Illinois. Expunges certain records related to psilocybin possession. Creates 4 types of licenses related to the provision of psilocybin.
It's because it's a Class X felony in Illinois to have psilocybin.
What is Class X?
Fucking bad. It doesn't get any worse.
I was going to say, it doesn't sound
Class
good.
X sounds bad.
Unless you're
But
like
that's why they wanted these.
Tesla or something, you'd be like, I like that.
So check this out. Here's a provision of the Cure Act. Will also allow for someone who has previously been denied a security clearance or a federal job opportunity based on marijuana use as the chance to have that denial reviewed. So if you got denied for a federal job because you had cannabis in your history, this can also get you in. So cool.
That's nice.
It's a reverse. It's these expunging these records. It's like also going to be, that was part of the.
They're still talking about it here in Colorado. They're like, we should probably do that, huh? It's like, dude, come on now. It's like, it's been so long.
Wait, our government is shut down right now.
Oh, and
right?
Well, that was one of the things they were
shit.
working on.
No, they don't. Not that we want to talk about politics, but just so you know, I don't believe there's been a bipartisan piece of legislation. Like with the first Bush, it was in like 80. In the second Bush, 83% of all legislation was bipartisan.
Right.
After that, now it's all.
But this marijuana stuff, I mean, this cannabis
they
legislation.
can't get along. They can't. I vote politics.
Yeah, I know.
Cannabis.
But it's a party line issue that they can't get along on anything. So if the biggest argument for this is just the benefit to the troops that they have to go out and then make a
the ones
sacrifice.
We're not paying? You mean the troops are not
right.
paying?
But they come back and they need help, and we don't give them enough mental health. We set them up for an addiction with opioids or antidepressants or whatever it is.
We can't get them good, just basic medical care when they come home. You think you're going to get Republicans and Democrats to agree to give them cannabis or to give them psilocybin openly? No, they're
not going to give it to them. But let's say there's an insurance card.
I would love it. But right now I am so off on them agreeing. They shut down our government because of a temper tantrum.
Right.
Exactly. It's ridiculous.
Well, I hate to say it, but it's really all about just public perception at this point. And the public perception, I think, is exactly on point with what's going on, which is absolutely nothing.
Yeah.
And
I can get behind that.
Yeah. And so,
nothing.
And people are looking for
2024, nothing.
People are looking for some options.
All right, let me just change it. This
I
is
vote for cannabis.
I just put a nose to this 710 Labs.
Load this thing up.
You know what's funny about it though is it really has a weird old school smell to it in a weird way. Like I'm smelling like
it's first
high school
press.
smells, which is strange because I'm not normally with a lot of these things. It's all front end. Yeah, but it's different.
It's good.
It's something weird,
spicy and sweet.
Yeah, it's not like. Because usually it's always gelato or that's that or
Telly.
That has a pretty good. What strain is it?
I know.
Because it has a weird old. There's something in there that reminds me of like a bag of old weed.
So look for Sarah coming in.
Oh, this honey
she
banana is off
in
the
2
charts.
minutes.
It's a tiny print. Come on, old guy. Old guy. Is it reflective?
Fire water.
Reflective on when you get that reflective.
No, I just can't see.
Just blind. I
had that LASIK. Now it's like my far vision is great.
Yeah.
But now my close
Percy
vision is
rosin fire water.
Fire water. All right.
What is it called?
Percy
sauce.
PERSY rosin.
Isn't that like the different levels of their
Percy's
stuff?
good.
Huh? Yeah, these are
Percy's like
Percy's are top level.
Yeah.
Oh, okay. Cool.
Yeah, that's like basically full melt.
It's Percy good.
It's
right in like a batter form or something.
Fire water.
So, are you headed to MJ BizCon in November there, Mr.
I
Holmes?
am, absolutely. I'm very, very excited. MJ BizCon is
Can't
always
sponsor our party. Good.
Yeah, I'll be at whatever party, whatever. We can talk about doing
your party.
My party?
Yeah, the one
Hey,
you're
man.
on.
When is that? What are the
Colorado
dates on
MJ
that?
BizCon is November 27th through December 2nd.
I'm in Asia.
December 1st.
It takes place the entire week, Monday to Friday, but really,
It's
Tuesday and Wednesday
Chad
is
Con.
reMind.
Yeah,
Wednesday,
it is.
Thursday, Friday is
We have the
MJ
best deal, though.
BizCon.
We have the
Yeah.
best deal because we're going to be outside
Yeah.
where you smoke weed,
Yeah.
hanging out with all our buddies from Yo Tips, right? And then
Yo Tips.
giving everybody Yo Tips,
Perfect.
which is the perfect place to do that.
Yeah.
And I mean, it's like they're going to be coming in. They're all in wheelchairs, right? So they're going to be like they're going to be wearing. It's basically like having a booth because it's like they're cruising around. We're fucking working the giant booth out front, which we're going to be. So we're just taking up the whole thing. So
Nice.
it'll be fun.
Stay cool, baby.
It'll be like, yep, see you
Yeah.
outside. Because I mean,
You know what you
Unless
could
something
do?
happened.
if you're doing anything that's actually smoking, you don't want to be inside.
For one day.
Because you're going to keep walking out. Let me show you. Come on outside. I'll show you how to use it. It's like, just stay.
I'll meet you outside in 20. No, yeah, we'll be out there. It's to the point right now where I'm just waiting to hear that this is the year that there's the wink and the nod.
We could do Chad Hunter, so that's always fun.
That's
Because we can, since you're not going to be there.
Yeah,
and you're normally the Chad Hunter kind of guy.
I'll help you.
It
I'll
was
do
so
what-
fun.
Yeah, I
It was
remember that
so
one
fun.
year. It was Man Buns, right?
Man Buns,
Yeah,
yeah.
that was the year of the Man Buns.
Can we do?
And socks.
Let's do
now
some
it's the one
content.
with the lapel in the leaf lapel.
Oh yeah, is that what you're looking for? Okay,
This should
so
be a
let's-
look if you can
That
spot
man
a
buns or leaf lapels.
We could just do a whole range.
Lapel
We should have like lapels are worth
Hold
a
on,
point.
hold on. Let's-
Man buns are worth 2 points. A guy named Chad with a lapel and
Big,
a thing,
big money.
10 point. Like, that's
And
a
if
10
you can
point,
find
like,
a guy from China who's
Oh, that's a
literally
20-pointer
duplicating
right there.
products,
That's a
you get
20-point
extra
buck.
points for that.
There's a
20-point buck, dude.
That's the best if you can find that guy.
Dude, they won't let him into Champs anymore.
Who? Those jackets?
No, the Chinese factories and those people. Yeah, it's crazy. And
Because
they
of-
try to sneak in.
They do sneak in. I see them
Oh,
every year.
Is there a bonus if
Because
you
of
take a
because
selfie?
of just because they're workout.
Because the knockoffs.
Yeah, because they're just
Yeah.
coming in and cheap.
Oh, yeah.
They just steal our shit.
They come in, they're so obvious. They come in, it's usually a good looking girl, Asian woman, and she usually has a camera like this
Yeah.
around her neck. And then if you try to talk to her, she'll be like,
Or they pretend they're on their phone and they're videoing as they walk by.
exactly.
Oh, very nice.
And then they pet.
Yeah, exactly.
And then they always come and pet the pet dog I have on my booth. I don't know why, but they get something.
Can we
with
get back to the
stuffed
scoring
dogs.
system?
You like the scoring system,
Yes.
didn't you? 20-point buck right
But
there.
if you get a selfie, like if you are talking to someone who named Chad,
No, you have to do it. They
wearing
have to
a
show you
jacket,
they have to show their
Your name
ID.
tag.
And
have
you
to-
take
your
the
name
photo
tag. Yeah,
together.
Name tag. Oh, name tag. That's even better.
What if you get a selfie with Mike Tyson wearing a name tag that says Chad on it?
Oh, that's a 50-pointer.
It's prime target
We can do
hunting. there.
celebrities have their own category, I'd assume.
Yeah,
That's
fuck
D-list celebrities.
Yeah.
You know, that's-
Ric Flair's big now. Woo!
Go find Jim
celebrity is
Belushi.
a word. There are other words.
Jim
one
Belushi is
could
not.
use.
He's not big.
He is not.
That's why I said D-list
That's
celebrity.
Yeah, that.
E-list.
No, I mean his weed
Oh,
thing's
come
not
on.
big.
No. He's a celebrity, just not in cannabis.
No, his brother was a celebrity.
Yeah, his
Yeah.
brother was a celebrity.
No, he did the man with one red shoe.
If
What
Jim
is that?
Belushi is watching this, I would love
literally
to
don't know what that
try
is.
some more of your product and see if it is.
I'd like them to cancel your show.
Ooh, guys.
But I watch him make so many mistakes. I look at that show and I'm like, he's making so many business mistakes.
Well, riding your horse through your greenhouse is already like I would be going nuts. Like,
Failed.
Like,
Jeez.
what? Is there a horse in our
Rated it.
greenhouses? Do we have horses now? Is that what we got? We have to get horse repellent.
Yeah. I look at his operation and I'm just like, you have way too many humans touching everything.
Oh yeah. No. It's literally.
It's Mickey Mouse.
It's for Hollywood. It's
Yeah,
a Hollywood
yeah.
production. 100%. Like with cameras turned off, everything changes.
Straight up Mickey Mouse.
Yeah.
He asked my dad to watch his kid one time at a farmer's market.
Who did?
Jim Belushi.
Oh goodness.
Yeah, he was like, hey, watch my kid for a second. And he walked off.
He said, "Hey,
Hey,
Hey,
yo."
That's what he does.
hey, John Belushi was my brother. Watch my kids while I go over
listen,
here.
I think he does a lot for the industry, and he can't help but be himself. He's a
He's a bit of a goof.
Oh yeah, blow
I
hard.
like, whatever. I'm all in favor of it. I'd love to. experience his product some more and see what the real quality is like.
I'd rather see him replace it with like a Murder Mountain series.
Maybe he should be in a Murder Mountain series.
Whoa,
good
guys,
Murder
all right
Mountain
now, everybody calm down.
No, much respect to Jim Belushi for even getting into the industry, but
whatever.
Our buddy Mo was on there. He was on there recently. He said, it is what it is. It is what it is. So we have. She's 4 minutes late. I'm very
I'm
surprised.
trying to send her a text.
This is not like a VP.
She might be here. I just don't know. Yeah, she is here.
Of
course she's here.
Sorry about that, Sarah.
Really, not late.
I was like, she would never be late. Come on.
No. Hi, guys.
Welcome, Sarah.
Welcome to the show, Sarah Vaughn, the director
Spelled
of
with an N.
reMind.
Vaughn with an N. I knew it. I knew it had an N.
Well, did I get your title right, or did I totally blow it off the top? See, I
No,
had it
you
right
did.
there. VP brand leader for reMind.
There we go.
Vice president. Welcome.
Yeah.
Sounds really
Thanks.
official. It sounds very official.
It does, right? Sarah Vaughn, like the jazz singer, and then VP.
I know.
Brand.
Right?
Yeah.
Well, if you need some, marketing done, we have a whole bunch of flyers we made for last week's show with your name spelt wrong. So it's pretty cool that you came on this week. So if you want them, we have like 50 flyers.
Yeah.
I may. Memorabilia.
Yeah. It was my fault. I'll take it.
Maybe worth more as a misprint.
Wait, how did you misspell my name?
I didn't put an N at the end because it came to me in the thing and it said Sarah Vaughn. And I was like, well, that's kind of weird. It should be Vaughn, shouldn't it? Oh, no. I looked back on it. It said it. But then at the very bottom, which I did not read, he said typo. and I never got to the typo part. I just read the main part of it all. And I was all, well, that's her name. I guess that's her name. And I made it all up. And then next day, of course, that's not her name.
But then you didn't make it last week. So it was really good because we didn't have to use that artwork.
Redo.
All worked out.
So reMind is going to take place in the days right before MJ BizCon. Are you guys working together on anything, or tell us about that event? I mean, we know it's become the pinnacle of business to business in the psychedelic community, and that you already know our friend Vince from Meow Wolf, so everybody gets to go to Meow Wolf.
Yes, we'll definitely be going there and having a little after party there for sure. We're running Tuesday the 28th and Wednesday the 29th. So our second day overlaps with day one of MJ Biz Expo opening. And then our first day is during the pre-show forum. So we're over at the Westgate Resort, which is right next to the Las Vegas Convention Center. So those that are going to both events can easily get from one place to the other. It's 2 days. We feed everyone breakfast and lunch. We'll have networking receptions, different breakout opportunities, an expo networking room for exhibitors and sponsors to showcase their services and have a dedicated place to talk to people. And then, it's 2 days of really practical business advice of how to navigate the industry, different insiders who are in the space already, everything from how to set up your business, how to run a retreat, a clinic, how to scale your business. We have a whole mushroom morning taking place with everything from how to, testing, which is huge, going into functionals, adaptogens, botanicals, and, all of those different things. So we're covering all angles, but definitely tons of practical business advice and key takeaways that people can do now.
We were just talking about testing before you came on. I'm wondering, how does testing in the psychedelic community work? Who is establishing those parameters as we're such an infant industry?
Yeah, it's a little scary right now, honestly, because the gray market is so big and they're not testing. It's very, similar to when cannabis rolled out edibles. You didn't really know what you were getting and there was no compliance in place yet. And it's still so early that there aren't rules yet. I mean, Oregon is medical license only. Colorado has that plus the gifting, but we don't know how that's going to work. We're still waiting for the regulatory laws to come out. But testing is so important, and everyone needs to be doing it. And there's not enough discussion about it. There's not enough information about it. And I think in general with psychedelics, there's probably more questions than answers at this point, but testing is, and just in general safety protocols, even from the facilitator therapist component, if you're a business owner, what you need to know, like the safety and including testing is a big part of that conversation that needs to happen.
And what do you think about the wording of Colorado's law and the whole gifting program and the home cultivation provision?
Yeah, I love that Colorado did that. I think you need both. I think the gifting, I'll be very anxious to see how the regulatory rules come out. I think they could easily come and crack down on it. Like right now, there's so many loopholes. Can you go to a dispensary and buy a joint and then get gifted a psilocybin gummy? Like there's just too many.
But no one's going to do that.
So the gifting to me is a little makes me a little nervous, to be honest. But they're all, we'll see. But I think the homegrown cultivation, I think a lot of voters, I'm based here in Colorado, a lot of voters were nervous about that. But you have to have both. The expansion of access and affordability in this space is just, in Oregon, you need thousands of dollars for one ketamine session. Like, who can afford doing any of that stuff?
Right,
the affordability, it's not going to be covered, the insurance, the laws, it's going to take years to happen. And the most people that need this with mental health issues, especially in underserved communities, the BIPOC communities, like those are the people that really need it. So expansion of access is huge in affordability, and being able to cultivate it at home helps bridge that gap. So, just like you can grow cannabis at home, did that hurt the retail sales in cannabis? I don't think so. So I'm all for it, 100%.
Good. Yeah, that's how we stand on that also.
And I'm curious, because I love being in Colorado right now with what we just, the Natural Medicine Act. What is the status of psychedelics in Vegas? I know you didn't have a choice. That's the location that MJ BizCon was going to bring 40,000 people to. Of course, this is where I'm going to, piggyback on. So do you know what is the language? What are they still cracking down on mushrooms?
Yeah, technically in Nevada, it is illegal. It's not decriminalized. As far as I'm aware, there's not a ton of legal movement. They also have some weird laws too, where they can actually pass certain bills without getting votes. So that's
a little old.
That sounds like old Vegas. The old Vegas.
So talk to some people who are in lobbying groups and stuff that are local that are pushing for it. But right now, technically, it's illegal. So like in Colorado, or at some of the other psychedelic conventions, you can kind of get away with bringing your psilocybin products, to fruition. But you can't do that in Nevada. And it's we're there. Staying with MJ Biz, you can't bring product on the floor either. It's Nevada. They have strict rules, and the gambling laws. You can't even can't even vape in a casino. So. Nevada is strict, but
or can you?
Is that a challenge?
Legally.
People said you can't smoke in an
tricky.
airport.
Yeah, but I think it's the same thing, right? Like you don't, everyone, it's there, it's all around, it's in everyone's pockets.
Mm-hmm.
But that's not, we're not a consumption show. We're focused on having those conversations and advancing the business, and that's what we're focused on. We're not allowing people to bring products in. What people do on their own time is their own thing.
And so how did you sort of, bring the people together? Are there consultants who specialize in formation of, psilocybin businesses? Are there people who have worked in other businesses that have been successful that are coming into psilocybin that want to sort of, teach what they've learned and apply it to the psilocybin, like the cannabis people coming over? How does that work? If somebody came over to you and said, where do you point them?
Yeah, I think there's definitely a lot of people, especially on the business service side, law firms, for example. Those people are all moving over, patent attorneys, all of that stuff. So that's probably one of the first things we've seen. People that are writing law, lobbyists, advocacy groups. A lot of them were in cannabis or are doing both. There's now the first, national psychedelics associations, which we'll see more and more associations pop up that are dedicated to this specific area. But very similar how cannabis started with different groups, and a lot, starts with the legal work, starts with the advocacy groups, different people bringing it together. There's a lot of consultants in this space, data firms. We have Amanda Ryman, who's one of our advisors and speakers, does New Frontier Data, which is focused on the cannabis space, but she's very knowledgeable about all types of plant medicines and has been able to be a speaker and has tons of knowledge to share with different people as well. So a lot of our speakers, some of them are specifically just in the space or just doing cultivation. We have, Tori Armbrust, who was the first licensed cultivator in Oregon who's coming to share her story and the things that are working out great and what's not working out and how she's making money and all that stuff too. So there's definitely people that are, have been doing this for decades underground, and now they're trying to come above board and, build a business essentially. There's everything from people that are running churches, which is a whole other category of expansion. And then you have different insurance companies and people trying to do it all different ways. But there's definitely crossover, but there's definitely people who are 100% dedicated to, being in the space. There's also the investment side too. So we have a whole panel that's really focused on social impact investors and family small practices and just high net wealth individuals. Obviously the FDA route and VCs are 10, 15 plus year runways, right? But there's different ways to fundraise and get money to start a retreat or a clinic or whatever it is you're going to do.
Yeah, it's pretty amazing to watch. Like we all experienced cannabis coming into out of the darkness and into the light basically, and now we get to watch it again with psychedelics, and the road is the trail is already there, right? We've already created such a pretty strong trail, so now it's just like the same. Hopefully the right people get involved, because that's also part of what we've seen too is as the industry grows, like we were talking about earlier, how there are very many opportunistic people within those realms. When they see something like that hasn't been done before, it's like a perfect opportunity to come in and just make a quick buck, which isn't what we want. We want long term, and that's the only thing I'm kind of nervous about psychedelics coming into the mainstream too quickly, is that it doesn't. The key to a lot of the things was always to take the money out of it, not to put the money into it, right? Because when the money was involved, that's when the problems started. Like, it's the same thing with with psychedelics. A lot of it was, most of the acid was given away for free for a long time. It was no money involved. Then the money got involved, but it was only to finance, to make more acid, to give more of it away for free. That was the original concept behind it, right? And then all of a sudden, other people got involved, and it was like, no, that's just money. They just see printing money right there, So that's kind of where I always get a little bit like, I like to see it go forward, but I also get a little nervous.
Yeah, we try to communicate like this is not Cannabis 2.0. This is totally different. It's also like, if you're in it for a quick rate, I mean, it's a slow build and it's a long process. So if you're not in it for the right reasons, and the people that are actually succeeding are like the nonprofits and the mission-oriented people, because it takes a lot of patience and it's just a lot of work, and it's a different business model. Like, cannabis is recreational. You can smoke weed all day long and go to the dispensary every day. Right. Psychedelics, you only do a small amount a few times. So even if you run a clinic, your repeat customers coming in, 2, 4, maybe 4 or 5 times a year max, right? So it's a totally different business model.
And I know we kind of sort of branched off saying that it was, mushrooms, but do you have a line on, MDMA education, MDMA therapeutics? Maybe, I know there's a clinical trial that's going to go on with people with borderline and the use of MDMA. Anything like that?
Yeah, great question. Yeah, well, I mean, we'll cover all of the latest up and coming drug development, which obviously MDMA is coming up quickly. So we'll definitely have some conversations about that. But we're kind of, we're really trying to meet the people where they're at. So we definitely have a larger focus on psilocybin and the practices. But obviously, if you're in the clinic model, you will be adding all of those compounds that you can that come online, even other outside of MDMA and psilocybin too. So a lot of it's like ketamine. You have to set up your business and then you add the compounds, but it's still running the business in the same way, essentially. Obviously, it's like different training for the different, drugs and whatnot. But
training for drugs, he's like,
well, training.
That's what we're doing right here.
Whatever it is. If somebody's listening right now, how long does it take if they wanted to go through training to become a practitioner?
Oh gosh, there's tons of programs. I don't even, off the top of my head, there's ones that are like 60 hours to, there's some practices that they make you actually experience it yourself so you know what's going on, and they have different, so it kind of depends if you want to be a sitter or an actual facilitator, but there's tons of programs. Like Psychedelics Today has a great program. Even like, people that are running ketamine clinics offer training as well.
To get certified?
So they're very accessible. There's ones that are online only. and different ways to get certified.
Imagine if they did that with real drug, with like not real drugs, but with like pharmaceutical drugs, where they're like, okay, so today you're going to try Oxy.
They do it with clinical trials
before you give it for everyone. Well, yeah, I know, but I'm saying for every doctor, if they force them to feel, you have a different vibe. Every time you go to your doctor, you'd be like, they know what's up now.
Yeah, now you can get the free samples.
Right. Yeah, but they should, in the sense. I mean, it's one of those things where so many people prescribe, like especially like sometimes I'll see senior citizens and they'll be like on crazy amounts of drugs where you're just like, oh my God, how are you even operating in your life?
What do you think they first did when Viagra came out? They were dispersing samples and everyone was like, okay.
Oh yeah, no, it's unfortunately there's a lot of STDs at senior.
Yes.
Yeah, it's really bad. It's going bad. Got out of control.
They have no health. They have no health.
How did
centers.
we get on this? We're talking about reMind psychedelics. And
okay, all right. So quick question. All right, I have an actual question for you. What is the legitimate industry? How does it view Amanita mushrooms?
Ooh, that's a hot topic lately.
I think we were just at Champs this week.
Okay.
And the place is loaded. All, Amanita or
all this bullshit.
4 a.m.
4 ABCDMEO.
Yeah.
REO Speedwagon.
Yeah. 402 MDMT or whatever it is.
What's it again? 4 what?
4 a.m. ACO.
One more time. 4 ACO.
DMT.
Yum.
Synthetic
that's the stuff
psilocybin.
That's in the one-up bars.
Yummers.
That's the shit that they're selling in all the smoke shops.
Yeah.
Legal.
Yeah, I'm very curious to see what happens with these legal psychoactive substances that are just popping out of nowhere, it seems like, because they're not really getting tested and they're kind of it's not regulated.
And that's synthetic too, right? That's not even real.
But what is Amanita?
Amanita is a mushroom that's legal in 49 of the 50. The only state it's illegal is Louisiana for some reason.
But it causes seizures. They told me they're like, oh, if you have epilepsy, it's not safe for you.
From what I understand is that there's a certain amount of decarboxylation that needs to happen with the Amanita mushroom for some reason. So if it's not prepared correctly, then you're not going to get the proper experience. Right. See, and I don't like any of this that's happening there. But I'm a part of a couple Amanita muscaria groups, and a lot of these people, they there's a whole thing they cook it in the oven and then they boil it, but it's all certain amount of times because there's certain amount of the active chemicals that actually get activated or deactivated or something when you do all that stuff. You know what I mean? So
whatever.
So there is a proper way to do it, and I think that there is a place for that stuff, but in a vape pen at Champs, I don't know.
Exactly.
No.
You know what I'm saying?
I would stay away from it. Yeah, if it's not prepared properly, it can be really dangerous. There's not enough research around it yet. I don't know if it's because it's the cliche mushroom look picture of it.
I think it's a lot to do with that and the fact that it's everybody assumes that that's a magic mushroom and you're like, no, those are the ones that
those are poison.
You can do it. There's people. There's traditional indigenous tribes that do it. People who do it 100%. But it's also we talked about it during the Christmas episode where they don't even consume it directly. They drink the reindeer piss to get it to get
one
off
way
on,
to decarboxylate.
And that's the way to decarboxylate it. Exactly. That's one way to.
There's got to be a better way.
So they figured out early on hey, you know what? You don't want to.
Rotovac.
You don't want to eat that mushroom.
There's a question from the chat, Sarah. Are there going to be any reindeer at the conference?
There is
reindeer.
Off the tit. You can.
There is an actual chat question.
Oh, go ahead. What is it?
Does reMind have an investor focus?
I wouldn't say a focus right now. I think, last year we covered everything really high level. This year we do have a whole session dedicated to investing. And it's, again, focused really more on how to get your business funded, essentially.
So it's pitching investors.
We'll continue to do more. Yeah, we have Rod Siraj, who runs the Minority Report podcast. He's an angel investor, an entrepreneur. He's speaking. Rebecca Nicholson from 5D, so they're a venture capitalist studio, but they only invest. They actually invest in retreats. Which is very hard to find a venture capitalist that invests in retreats. This is the only one I've never met. So we'll have investors there. We have people attending.
Cornered.
No, I want to hear more because so far the names you mentioned, neither of them have ripped Adam or I off. So please keep going. Because if you come to one, I'm going to throw something in the air.
Yeah. So we have,
No,
like,
I'm
we have,
kidding.
we're talking about it. We have investors there. We have great relationships with some of the big VCs. But a lot of those people are after, drug development type companies and playing the $1 billion, for, and hopefully get a payoff in 15 plus years. But yeah, I don't know if that answers the question, but we'll talk about investing. We'll have investors there. But we don't have, a huge focus on it, I would say.
I wonder ArcView. Oh goodness. This is just a nerdy conference thing that I will bring up because nobody ever does this, and maybe you guys could do it. But at MJ BizCon, for instance, okay, they make you wear this big, huge badge. Every badge looks like everyone else's, and they let you know who's like a speaker, ooh, you spoke or something. I don't give a shit about the speakers. What I want to see is, are you a cultivator? So I want a green badge in the corner so that I can see you and go, I want to talk to you. Are you in the tech side, in extraction? Well, then blue is for extraction in the corner so I can see it. Because there are so many people showing up at these events. You can't meet everyone. You have no idea what they do. And we've almost become the society where this conversation takes too much time.
Yeah.
When you're really trying to power do it. So that there are other sectors. Like for you, it would be, am I a mushroom cultivator? Am I looking to an entrepreneur?
Right.
Am I a therapist? Whatever it is, there should be a way that you can do that to really streamline the networking. Because
that's a great idea.
That's really what it's all about. MJ BizCon has ignored me. I've been saying this 13 years, I believe. Okay?
That's a great idea.
Well, I hear you, and I will talk to them.
Yeah,
that's a great idea.
It's like this, like this year they were like, hey, and we're going to put everything that's in the same category in the same area, and we're like, genius, like, hello.
It took you 13 years.
Yeah. Like every other trade show industry.
Like you should have done that since day one. It should be like this is all in because it would be all hodgepodged out, and you'd be like, it kind of goes nuts after a while. So definitely as they grow.
Well, it's kind of almost though their decision to do it like that jumped the shark because they're now too big to do it because what you really have to go. Well, you know what? I'm never going to make it.
Well, they
to
sort
that
of.
part.
They sort of have like in MJ BizCon for those first couple days when they have the seminars, they sort of have it. They have it broken out like by your choice. Like, are you on the marketing? Are you on the agriculture side? Are you on the tech side? Are you?
So you got to go every single day now.
No, but you know which ones not to go to.
I mean, I figured if I'm going to go, I might as well go and enjoy the forums. There's one for executives only. It's C-suite executives and. I'm a founder and CEO, obviously, so it's like...
Cigar, get your
Sarah, you didn't give the governor a harumph.
Yeah.
Come
on. There's also the app, too. The app has networking features, too. I don't know if it's segmented by category, but I would think so.
I like the app thing, but really, when I'm there and I'm talking to everyone and we're interacting, having a way to sort of... what would you put on Adams? You'd have to 19 badges. You'd have geneticist, talk show host, clown.
Just put entrepreneur.
Hemp.
There you go.
Cannabis entrepreneur.
And just and so eccentric. I can know that I said it because we have been proponents of the cannabis industry for a very long time and very perplexed at why alcohol has infiltrated the industry at all of these events. I mean, they wheel the carts out at 1 o'clock.
Well, the funny part is you go by and you're like, wow, look at that line. What's that line for? And you go, it's
booze.
Drink. Booze. Like, it's always the booze. And what you see is that people are standing in line, not at their booth. Yeah. So they're losing money out the get go right there. So it's it definitely feels like
it's usually the non-cannabis people are
course.
The ones who come out and drink the whole time. They're looking for a cigarette constantly.
Well, and I'm sure the services at the Westgate force it on you. But as it grows, I would hope that you could use your influence to sort of slowly migrate the alcohol to the gas station show.
Oh, that's so interesting. Yeah, I think the cannabis is definitely the psychedelic crowd. They're all, most of the psychedelic people don't drink, or they take their functional neuroptic things that make them feel like, loosey-goosey.
Mocktail bar. You have a mocktail bar set.
Mocktail bars,
nootropic
bar.
Nootropic bar.
Yeah.
Nootropic bar.
Functional mushrooms.
I love the word nootropic.
Yeah.
Yes.
Nootropic.
good buzzword happening right now in the industry. Yeah, and like all the functional coffees, and we'll have some of that at reMind this year.
Nice.
That's great. And so somebody's sitting there, how do I go? How do I get a ticket to your event?
Yeah, you go to www.remindmedia.com and you can click on our event, and then there's a registration button. And all of our tickets include breakfast, lunch, coffee breaks, functional coffee breaks, and we will do a networking reception, and then we have some evening things planned. We'll be doing a party with MJ Biz at Omnia Nightclub on Tuesday night, the 28th, and then we'll be hitting up Meow Wolf that Wednesday.
That place is awesome.
So the Meow Wolf is going to be on Wednesday, the 29th?
Yes. I mean, people can go whenever they want. We'll have discount codes if people want to go all week, because a lot of people stay. They're there Monday through Friday. I know I'm there Sunday through Friday. So people can go anytime they want. But reMind will be rolling in with the crew on Wednesday after the end of our show.
Nice.
Awesome. Well, I spoke to Vince the other day, so I know it's late, but if you wanted to, if you needed him for some reason, he might come down. So
okay. Yeah, he's more than welcome. Him and I've been talking to Jeff, who runs the Omega Mart. But yeah, Vince is more than welcome. I said Vince should be a speaker somewhere about like experiential marketing, right?
Yeah.
So cool.
We've had him on the show twice. We actually did a show from the parking lot outside of Meow Wolf in Denver.
On the grand opening.
Allegedly on the grand opening. Well, it was the grand opening, but allegedly everybody ate mushrooms.
Allegedly.
And then,
I'm trying to convince Shane Moss to come out. His schedule's a little
crazy. He just did our show 2 weeks ago.
He did?
Yeah.
Yeah, I've been trying to get him to come
He's in
out.
Boulder tonight.
I know. I've been keep missing him.
Go.
He was in Denver and then Boulder, and then Boulder's a little bit of a drive for me. But yeah, he was in Denver.
He's kind of a big deal now. I'm just saying,
I know. He's getting so big. He's going to have some line coming out. Yeah, he's doing stuff. So we're trying to see if he'll do a little thing for us on opening night. We're seeing if his schedule works out. But,
I'll reach out to him and I'll tell him to hit you up there, Sarah.
Talk to the mayor.
Yeah.
Pack some jokes for us. Yeah, he's awesome.
And how close are you to selling out? I mean, what's the force majeure on this? Do people need to really...
I've been in events for a while, and it's definitely post-pandemic getting closer and closer to the event when people register, which is just so nerve-wracking. But I don't know if it's a cannabis industry thing, but
we wait till the last
flaky.
The last
last minute.
Yeah.
So I'm over here. Hello, come register. Yeah, I mean we're up from last year. We're looking good. But yeah, everyone registers late, so it's I have to put my F&B minimum in soon, guys. So
we'll
register.
Send us a link that we can send out, and if you want to create Dunn deal code, who knows? We can send it out to our network and see if people.
Yeah, I'll give you guys a promo code so your listeners can get a discount if they want to come.
I mean, I'm surprised that MJ BizCon didn't sort of want to figure out a way to piggyback with you, because you are bringing people to the industry as well. It's not simply you taking the people that are showing up for MJ BizCon. There's a force behind this psychedelic movement. We saw it here in Colorado. We saw the passion on both sides of the issue. Passion for two competing bills side by side. So there is a huge future in this, and the business side needs to really be attended to. And you
need testing.
You can make the wrong decisions, right? Look, what we were talking about, testing and insurance right before, and those are two of the topics that Sarah brought up. So, again, if you can figure out a way to insure psychedelic businesses, it will only help cannabis.
I mean, and that's why we partnered with them. I mean, we were already launching, doing our own thing, and then our parent company acquired MJ Biz, and then it was like, oh, let's do it together. And so that's why we're co-located, and we're at the Westgate when we're at the Westgate.
We acquired.
Yeah, and so if you buy a ticket for MJ BizCon, you have an option to add on reMind in there.
Oh, that's great.
Yeah. So if you want to attend MJ, you can also go through their website, through their registration, and you'll have an option to buy reMind as well. So yeah, we're definitely working with them and partners, and I'm sure we'll find more and more ways to work together to help both industries succeed.
And did you say that you're here in Colorado?
I am.
In Denver?
No, I'm south in Parker.
Okay. Well, we have a studio here in Denver. I figured you just watched one of our shows and were like, no fucking way am I coming into the studio with those
No,
bozos.
I was actually thinking I should come into the studio.
Yeah, I had no idea until you said that. We would have totally had you.
Come on in.
Yeah, you're always welcome. We're here live on Fridays.
As it gets closer to the event, you want to come by for sure.
Yeah, especially as it gets closer to the event.
Yeah.
For your last mad push when you're like, come on, we still got space.
Do you need a DJ? Mark is, open. He's DJ Mark Perez. He has a really large vinyl collection.
Or how about
it's fully insured?
Some barbecue from So High Cafe and Blazing Fire Barbecue.
Oh yeah, if you like barbecue, you can come down to our spot.
Love barbecue.
See.
Oh yeah, we got that.
If you're in Denver, which I'm sure you are, swing by anytime.
No, you should do the barbecue commercial. Because it's the coolest. Because we're working on acting, right? And he wouldn't go. He doesn't even want to sit near somebody when they're eating meat.
Yes.
Let alone.
You should do it
Let
just
alone
like
own
you
a
did it
barbecue
just
spot.
then.
That's just the way it goes. I already
can
said
see
this.
Adam,
I said this from the beginning. This will be the first business I make money on because I am not my only customer. You know what I mean? Because
You don't use the product.
My whole life, it's always been like I do what I love. You know what I mean? And I'm like, oh, I don't eat meat, so we could do really good with meat. That's a good idea. Let's do that.
You can't use your own product.
Like the Adam Dunn barbecue sauce.
Right? Everyone's like, what? It doesn't make any sense.
It's vegan.
Well done.
The sauce can be totally vegan, of course.
Yeah, totally vegan.
Yeah, perfect.
Sarah, you're welcome back anytime. I know Tess was like, you got 30 minutes. Don't keep her any longer. They say that to us when we have Cheech and Chong on and they stay for 90 minutes. But I know we only had you for 30. But thank you so much. Did we miss anything? Is there anything you want to plug before you go?
Just if you are interested in any part of being in the business of psychedelics, this is a great entry point. We also have free resources on our website, special reports. We do webinars year round. And if you just want to talk and find out anything, feel free to email me. All of our info is on our website, remindmedia.com.
Thank you so much for your time. Say hello to
Thank you,
Rocco.
guys.
He's a friend of the show's as well. We saw he was on your C executive suite.
Yeah, who?
Rocco.
Oh, yeah, Rock. Yeah, see, another great crossover speaker for us right there, too. Yeah.
He's welcome in all the time, but does he ever show up?
A couple times. We had a couple times.
Yeah, we should actually see who's local. We can come do a little preview before the show.
Yeah, you can always feel free.
Thanks for your time.
Thanks, Sarah.
Thank you, guys.
Bye-bye.
Bye.
Later. reMind.
That
Everyone's
stuff's
going to
legit.
reMind. Yeah, we're going to be there.
That is the future.
Well, yeah.
Get it on a Tuesday. Go right to reMind. Then we're going to do the Tran thing Wednesday, maybe.
The what?
Don't make you're getting people confused. The Tran thing. Oh, whoa, hey, whoa.
MJ's.
Oh, David.
David Tran.
Well, you know we are up for best podcast of the year.
Oh, yeah, by the way, if you are listening,
Oh, yeah.
and you want to vote for us,
Please do.
shameless plug.
Can you put the link up to vote for us?
Oh, it's still happening?
Are we doing Are you guys doing a big podcast in Las Vegas?
Huge. Yeah, Rogan's coming.
Yeah.
Everyone's gonna be there. They'll all be there.
Yeah.
They're gonna rent out. We're gonna have a whole studio set up, a whole warehouse.
Last year, remember? We were all together last year. That's when I met.
Yeah,
I met Matt.
we met initially at an interview in a mansion.
Yeah.
Unbelievable. The mansion was unbelievable.
Hold on.
Unbelievable.
This would be holy shit. Is it possible?
I don't know. It can't be.
There's more than one mansion in Vegas, right?
Of course. Yeah, I hope so.
Definitely not.
All right, I sent you the link to go straight to vote for the Adam Dunn show. You don't even have to check out the other shows.
Right, the straight link. Well, this is the reason why.
Don't give him the other link.
Hold on. In our defense, the reason why we didn't send the link out that shows everybody that's in it is because he has a glitch in his when you look at it whoever is listed first.
Got a glitch in
Give me a glitch right in.
Whatever category it is, whoever is listed first, the pull-down menu is sitting over it.
Yeah,
so you never even see
where we are.
that it's there.
Number one.
The actual website looks pretty good, but
The website, but on your phone, if you pull it up, you'd see what I'm saying. It is not mobile compatible, and most people vote on their phones.
Yeah.
It's got a feature on it that it's like it allows a pop-up to come up, and then you can't get rid of it unless you're on a desktop where you can click out of it. So
yeah.
That's why you need a mobile website, folks. Get on Shopify and build yourself something.
But yeah,
The mayor.
That's right.
Tell him the mayor sent
can you do a desktop version
My
on
regards.
Apple? On Apple
Can
stuff?
you do what?
Where because on Android I can just do desktop version and it'll show the desktop version.
I'm just saying.
You can do it, but remember on the desktop version, it's much smaller. All the text and stuff, you have to constantly zoom in, zoom out.
Yeah.
So that's just
If
inconvenient.
you got to vote, yeah.
Yeah, totally.
For those of you who've been listening to the show for a little while and appreciate the banter and dynamic that Adam have, please click that link and vote for us because you want the two of us to be on stage.
Oh, no, we want,
please.
You just trust us.
Yeah, we've got
You
plans.
want us on that stage accepting. I mean, you just please. It will be
Kanye
one
moment,
for
Kanye
the
moment.
fucking record books. I mean, you will.
Dave will wear his spats.
I'll whatever.
Will you wear
just
you wear the jacket?
Click the
please?
vote.
If you wear the jacket, we're gonna win.
Click the. It's a black tie event.
That's good enough, dude.
Click
a black tie and a t-shirt.
Vote for us, please. And here's the kicker: you have to confirm it via email. Your vote is not counted until you go to your email address.
Anyone wants to
reply.
Anyone wants to write an algorithm or a script or a function on their computer that will vote over and over and over again automatically, and you can figure it out. Do it.
Wow.
My Russian friends, you listened. I tell you, Dave says, remember I give you interview in Malta? Now it's time to make up for that.
Maybe we could just buy an hour of work at a meme factory, and they just vote every minute.
Yeah. What?
Yeah, that sounds good.
Yeah.
There aren't any today. I told you I already set my house on fire.
In college,
you're fired.
In college, we wanted curling at the local ice rink so we could try curling, and my friend built an algorithm so that it voted like over 1,000 times over and over again for the curling, and they built 3 curling sheets.
So you basically said this out loud, so when we win, they're just going to say that we put some algorithm in place now.
Yeah, you fucking guy.
No, that's not me. I'm not doing that.
Fuck, dude.
Wow,
You're supposed to keep
dude.
that shit to yourself. Just do it, and then
Yeah.
you get the little accolade of going, I did that for those guys.
Fuck.
Yeah, I made that happen.
Yeah, I made that happen.
I don't do that. I'm not in that
The
business.
mayor made it happen.
What did you give Adam?
25
Because about
years ago.
15 minutes ago is when whatever was in that bar.
I know. I'm feeling it too, man.
How many squares did you take?
He's been eating them like chiclets.
I had two.
I think 3 maybe.
Yeah.
3 maybe.
Maybe.
I don't know. They're good.
They are good.
Yeah.
That dark cacao. Yeah.
You want some more?
I'll take some with me.
All right.
No,
I'll take some with me.
No, that wasn't what it was. You don't.
Here, man.
No, I can't do that here. I've got a bar at home.
No, I had a couple yawns, and then all of a sudden I was on. I was like, okay, it's on.
Yeah, that's,
It's nice. And it's so funny. We talked about this, right? If somebody 30 years ago would have said to you, hey, here's a 0.25 square, you'd be like, get the fuck out of here. Get the fuck out. I need 10 of those.
Yeah.
No.
Not now.
No.
You're just eating too many mushrooms, I think, man.
Me?
Back in the day. No, back in the I don't know.
It was also
think I'm eating
because
too
we were just it was what was told
Stupid.
to us. Everybody
Yep.
told like, you gotta eat an eighth.
Yeah, they're like, you gotta
Take
put the
the
whole
whole
quarter
thing?
in there, or else you won't feel it.
Here, eat all these mushrooms. Now eat all this weed.
Funny part is that it's like, considering how hard it is to get them down, that it's surprising that we didn't figure it out earlier. Where like you just ate one, you're like. But the problem was we all like, all right, hide it in peanut butter, like just cram it, cover it up with as many things as possible, and get
Honey.
and get it in you, right? That was like, and it was
Pizza.
like not knowing that we just ate a bomb, like a fucking
Yeah, no shit.
psilocybin bomb that was like
Can
10
it now
times
take
the amount
3
you needed,
hours
10
to-
times the amount you needed.
To digest, and it'll be scaled out over a 14-hour journey.
Really?
Oh yeah,
Oh,
dude.
come
That's
on.
why they say empty stomach. It's you really want to. You want to control the experience, right? And know how to titrate correct.
It's like night day and day.
Yeah, 100%.
Is eat on empty stomach or not.
Yep.
I'm on a full empty stomach today.
Holy.
I am too. I'm on an empty
Basically,
stomach
he
right now.
usually is.
Oh,
Dude, I think
definitely.
I've eaten like a 6-inch sub and like
I
9
don't want
junior mints.
to know what you've been eating there, buddy, Mr.
Hey,
6
In the last
incher.
3 days I've been here.
I ate 6 inch of what?
6 inches of hot Italian.
I forget to eat. It's like I forget to eat.
Fucking zooted.
So I just want to stress again: this Garden Select is
Real
fucking
good.
fire,
Yeah.
and for $80 a quarter out the door, you can't miss. And so you can figure out the tax rate in Boulder. It's $64 before tax, $80 out the door. So there you go. You want to? It's dropped. They're dropping right now. You can go to their website 14erboulder.com. You can place a pre-order. I don't think I don't think you could
You
use
get a nice
the
jar
Dunn deal.
instead of a little can. I use these for ashtrays after.
Yeah.
They're very convenient for that.
You can store your
travel
sardines in there,
ashtrays
too.
even.
I know. That's what I mean.
Yes.
They're really good for
Yep.
ashtrays because they're airtight.
Little garlic,
But the
little
can
oil.
is only $25.
Except when you have to open it again, it's kind of like sketchy.
It
Because
is.
you're like,
Sure.
"Whoa,
Yeah.
I know it's nothing good in here.
It's a great way to break your nails, too, if you don't know how to turn that thing.
Oh, they took the a very grateful hybrid off.
I'm sad.
I'm sad.
Anyway, very ungrateful guy.
Do
over
head
here.
down to 14 or Boulder and tell them you heard about it on the Adam Dunn Show. They're great people. They produce a great product, and they take a lot of care and pride in what they do. So 14orboulder.com. Let's do an ad or two.
Let's do it.
Okay.
Can I
We got
do a
we got the
Colorado?
master right
Can I
here.
do a Colorado
Real
Fresh
quick shout
shout-out?
out. Just we already
When
did
we
it.
No,
get
you're
there-
last.
I'm last.
When we get there.
So High Cafe, come get some Blazing Fire barbecue. You got 2 briskets on there tonight, so come check it out. I don't know if it's
You
pre-ordered. or
sold
not,
out
but-
last Friday.
Dude,
So
he's
how
been
does
selling out.
but
That's crazy.
maybe you tell everybody how they pre-order.
You can come to sohighcafe.com and you can pre-order there. I believe you can give
Do
him
it
a
if you're planning on coming
could
for
be.
the briskets. Do it because you will be.
Yeah, because you'll be sorely disappointed if you get here.
Sorely
And you
disappointed.
want a pound, and it's all like, I got like a quarter pound for you.
If you're lucky.
I want to get an
couple
order in right now
wings.
before you tell people.
You should.
They already know now.
Oh, we
Are
let
they
the
listening
cat
up front?
out.
It's
You got
legit.
30 seconds before it gets out
Yeah,
to the
dude.
world.
Please
'cause
put
it's-
in an order. Burn ends if you got them.
I think it just came out about 15 minutes ago, if I'm not mistaken.
Oh
Today's
my God! Look,
shit.
we're gonna lose our guests so
Yeah, I
fast
know,
right now.
right?
They're like,
So-
"All
Smoked
right."
meats. Yeah.
Oh, yeah.
Now we're talking. So High
knew.
Cafe.
Love that.
Check out Studiozo on YouTube for a live DJ sets. I just played here last night.
I watched.
Or
Did
the
you
other
see me
night.
watching?
Yes, I saw you watching.
Yeah. I was there.
OzoCoffee.com.
So here is the deal with Ozo. That is the only Dunn deal that you have to enter Dunn Deal 23. There is no. You have to put the 23 there, and it'll take the coupon, and you get 20% off.
And if you get, it's because of like the year 2023, man.
Yeah.
It is because of that.
I was just
Yeah.
reminding
You're like,
you.
whoa, dude,
That just
23. How'd they
blew
come
me.
up
You know
with
what
that?
I had today?
Hmm.
Peru.
The whole. You
Oh, my
drank
goodness.
The whole country.
What do you mean you had Peru?
The same way you cultivate a single strain,
It's Strand, by the way.
Yeah, strand.
varietal
Like a piece of
strains.
hair.
Strand.
They have individual beans from
trichromes.
small family farms across the world. This one just happens to be from Peru, and it's absolutely amazing.
100%
Absolutely
Peruvian.
amazing. Peruvian flake.
Pink flake.
Follow the man with the basketball.
It's all Peruvian,
OzoCoffee.com, Done Deal 23.
There you go.
Fish scale.
We can do each one in
BuildTheSoil.com.
30 seconds. You
All right,
watch
let's do it.
buildthesoil.com, 855-877-SOIL, or buildthesoil.com. You have to call them to get the Dunn Deal.
And we're going to be out there on the 20th, not the 27th. I saw
Of
somebody
October.
put the wrong dates. Somebody was giving out wrong
Somebody
dates.
named Adam.
No, you. I think it was you.
How was it me? I don't even know
I
where we're
saw
going.
somewhere you said 27th, and I was like, no, we're going on the 20th. Or it was you. Was
It was, well, no, I was asking what day it was.
And then he gave you the wrong information.
No, I don't know what day
Yeah,
it
he
is.
did.
Is
I
it the
saw it.
20th?
I don't
It's
know.
20th.
Oh, okay, I can do that. That's good.
Because you said it can't be on the 27th.
Yeah, the 27th would be bad.
Not a good
Yeah,
day.
bad.
Dave didn't say
Luckily,
anything.
I'd have to fly in, fly out.
I think it was him.
That's
Yeah, it was us talking to ourselves. But no, in
like
general,
Vegas.
if you're growing organically, you probably already heard of these guys. If not, you need to find out because they have the best of the best. And then we're going to be
Best of the
out
best of the
there
best.
on the Western Slope in the living soil competition held by Miles.
855-877-SOIL.
I'm excited. Everyone's excited.
Odie Diesel. in the house.
YoTip.com.
The best product you don't have right now that you really need and you didn't think you needed, but man, once you use it once, you're going to go, fuck, I need this thing.
Flu season is upon us.
Yeah,
I brought it with me to Arizona, and my buddy was like, dude, that thing's awesome. That
Yeah.
shit's awesome.
I like 'em.
I don't like sharing my joints with people, dude. And it,
Oh,
yeah, like,
he said that to you?
Yeah, like when I was like expecting it. I didn't expect to flip out on it. He was like, dude, I like these. This is awesome. And I'm like, so yeah.
I don't like people.
Yeah, exactly. It's like, I don't trust anybody.
It's like,
Well,
I
I
don't
mean-
trust anyone.
Well, it's not even trusting them yet. They don't. Most won't know that they're sick. I mean, I'm gonna hope that the people I associate with, if they knew they were sick, they wouldn't step into the circle and share a joint with you. Okay.
Yeah.
But with this going around right now, you don't know. So you might
Every
as well
time we go to Vegas.
have an extra layer of
I've
protection.
got it twice.
Go to YoTip.
Well, you guys always had the. You were the first ones coming out with the. No, with the bong things, with the.
Oh, yeah, no.
Oh,
I was part of that
Oh, you were?
in the beginning.
Oh, okay. Sorry, I guess like no. Not Nick say Bong.
Yotip.com.
If you're in Las Vegas, you can go to Planet 13 and
They
you
kept
can
going
buy
there.
them there. They're on they're at every register.
Nice.
Or you can go to yotip.com, enter Dunn Deal at checkout. You get 10% off. You really want to try the product.
Just get a
It's
box,
amazing.
dude.
Get a box.
Just get a box.
Get a box. Get a box.
That's nice.
Get a
good.
box.
No, they're good. Give them to your friends. Everybody gets them.
And we're going to be outside MJ BizCon and reMind. So get ready.
Oh, look, it's a picture of Dave taking forever to roll a joint.
That's it right there. It's in
That's
real
a
time.
light-
That's
it took
actual,
an hour.
that's
It's
actual
like-
speed.
There's like nothing in there. That
I
joint.
know. They should have filled it up a little more. I know.
Really?
But
That's my
Overflowing
joint.
with
Really?
Kush.
Really? Greenfarmsmed.com. Yeah, he's got to get that off there. That's just not in that.
not
Really?
You need
That's,
some purple
Just
in
Photoshop
there.
some more weed in there.
yeah, JW, if you're listening,
But with like three
we
different
think,
colors. Purple.
Or it
He's
should
rolling
just
a
keep
dog
getting,
walker.
Or it should have some sort of
Yeah, exactly.
That's a dog
flash
walker.
thing where it keeps
I hate
filling
that
up.
term.
I love it.
You like it?
Yeah,
Oh, yeah,
I
of course, though.
Marketing.
Yeah.
yeah.
Greenfarmsmed.com.
Speaking of marketing,
Done Deal at checkout. You get 10% off your order. Or if you're face to face, you could probably browbeat them for a few more points.
killing it on the reviews. Like people are like, what? Yeah, because he's just packing that place.
He's going to be carrying your tips. I got him in touch
Green
with him.
Dot. He's got all the kind of top. He's putting all the top brands in there, and
needs
they're
to
all
get
selling out the way they should be.
Garden Select.
He will. I'm sure he will.
Green Farms Medical Dispensary, Colorado Springs.
That's right.
Ask for Colorado Fresh.
Yeah.
We're not in there.
Oh, just to get them all.
Just to get them excited. Tell them you want Colorado Fresh.
Greenbros with a Z.com. You get 10% off of the bucket trimmer, or you get 5% off any big ticket item. Just
of
mention
Vegas.
the show to your sales rep. Greenbros with a Z.com.
ApothecaryFarms.com. This is Colorado and Oklahoma's concentrate focused dispensary, and right now they're having a crazy 8 grams for $100 outdoor sale on all their single source ambrosia, and that's a really good deal because normally lately it's been like 170 180 for all that stuff, but yeah, lots of good flavors on the deck. They got Gary Payton, there's some sour papaya that came back in, all that.
Yeah, we didn't see any of
No,
those
you didn't see
flavors.
any of that.
It's
no.
right here.
Yeah. Anyways.
No, the Payton made it over here.
Oh, okay. Yeah, it's right there. Anyways, so there's a
We're going to see him at the Cowboy Cup in December.
Nice.
They're really crushing it right now. They produce an amazing product, so check them out at apothecaryextracts.com.
Get the Dunn Deal on the med side in Denver.
The Dab Expo. So Adam, Chris, and I did a live dab on Tuesday, and you can still get in on this. Okay, so here is the thing: if you
They didn't like the name. I can't believe it.
Well, no, we don't know that yet.
No,
Remember,
I do. I know they didn't.
he
like
said
the
he didn't like it, but he
No,
promised to
He
put.
told me he went to the. I asked him. I said, "What's up?" He went in.
They said no, huh?
They fucking poo-pooed it. I was like, really?
Are we still having the contest though?
I don't know.
What was the contest?
So here's the contest. You're going to get
to name their new apparatus, which is
the
not-
heating,
which is one of the
dab
names
tool.
thrown out there, the apparatus. But it's basically a
hot knife.
The hot knife?
Yeah.
Puffco hot knife.
And it's not a Puffco hot knife. Jesus Christ.
What the fuck?
Look at the screen.
Dude.
Yeah.
How high are you?
Oh, no.
I'm just saying, we got to compete.
The CBD
There's a
guy
bunch.
got
There's a
high
bunch.
tonight.
He got really high.
There's a lot, but there's a lot of these.
Yes. Anyway.
Oh, that.
Come on.
Bam!
That's not a good-
Wow!
that's not a
Left
good-
and a right.
That's not a good name. There's a
Everything
lot.
everything that these guys make is better than anything else on the market.
There you
There
go.
you go.
You
So I'm
almost
excited to
Save.
see what
That
their
thing is
version looks
awesome.
like.
Save homes.
That unit's great.
So you go to dabx.com.
No, but so the name that
incredible.
the name that we thought was great and genius, which was by one of our listeners combined with the original, was they wanted to call it the Tool, or our friend Chris wanted to call it the Tool, and we were like, Tool
No.
kind of sounds. But then one of our listeners put a 2 in front of the 2. There was a 200, and I was like, that's catchy.
Genius.
And then put a little X at the end, Tool X, perfect. DabX Tool X.
I like the hot shot.
No.
No.
Boo.
Gosh.
No.
So
I thought mine was bad.
can we get to the contest?
The tool.
You're like, that's something.
Tool.
Yeah, the Tool.
Yeah. The
Tool.
tool, dude.
Come
So
on. It was,
this
You got
is
to think
what,
of something
it was
automotive.
perfect.
Yeah, it's
it was
good.
genius.
if you can come up
I
with a
name
name.
stuff. That's a good one.
Tool X. Come on. Tool X. Because it's
Whatever.
a Dab X.
These they all
Oh, yeah, I
said
get it.
no
Okay,
to
yeah,
these.
yeah,
That's
yeah.
dope.
I get it.
Yeah.
If you can come up with a name for their heated dab tool, You will get one
We just
of.
did.
No, they have to accept it. Whoever
We didn't
gets
do it
accepted.
anyway. It was
So
like- it was a
send
listener.
in your suggestions.
But it was a good one.
You can still send in
to
suggestions.
Chris@dabax.com.
If Chris can't get, if he said he's laid it on the table, I said, "Did you do it?" He's like, "They didn't." He said it fell flat. I was like, "What? Who are these people? They do not have. They don't.
So
got
they
it.
watch the show.
Do they understand the thing they're trying to sell?" I mean, it's just funny because it's such a good.
I don't know.
name.
You did say to do the opposite
Dude.
of what you say to do.
Then
That's
you
true.
could see on a bigger picture. You could get a.
But the hot knife is a great name.
You could get
Yeah,
Tool to
I
actually
know.
sponsor the.
I know it
You
would
know
be.
what I mean?
Oh, it
Like,
would be the
it'd
best.
But isn't there
and
one
then all
called
the
the
tool
hot
heads would
knife?
get one just because.
Yeah.
Is that the audience you want? The
Yeah.
Tool
Hell yeah,
audience?
dude.
Hell yeah!
They do dabs, right?
Look at
So
right
let
there.
me-
Look at him. He's a
I like
tool head.
Tool.
I just went to that show.
I like
Incredible.
He's a tool head. Look at him.
Look
I
at
love
him.
Tool.
I know.
Mark Tremonti
Unbelievable.
is a beast. Guitar.
Oh,
you
yeah,
will
yeah.
win one.
Dan and Carey.
You will win one item. Everything. So
Yeah.
everything that
The
they
Go,
sell, the
the
Go,
Rocket,
the Rocket, the Tool, or whatever it is,
The Tool, whatever
the
you
cleaning
name it.
kit, the tray, everything they sell, you'll win a package. So
yeah.
send it in
We're
to
trying
them.
to save
Go to their
Chris.
Instagram
We're trying to save
page.
Chris's ass.
Okay.
Yeah.
Dabx.com. Get
Yeah.
the done deal.
I thought, we,
14 or
off.
bolder.
I thought we gave him the best ammunition ever.
Got
Like you roll
quite
in
the
there with that
shout-out
idea,
today.
I would
Yeah.
be like,
All right.
They make a better version of everything.
Garden Select. Check it out. 14 or bolder.
right
Done
here,
deal.
been talking
Done deal
about
at
it.
checkout.
Do
10% off everything. Fantastic small batch, hand trimmed. It's worth the visit to Boulder.
Less people have.
Hell
touched
yeah.
Catch a game while you're
Oh, look who it is.
Oh,
Right
Hey!
there.
Hold on, move him last.
Move him last?
Yeah.
Okay, all right.
Oh yeah,
Okay.
make him wait. Make him
usurped.
Taking tops.
TakingTopsCannabis.com.
Where is Taking Tops? What's going on?
I don't know.
No,
He's
not
coming
here.
for barbecue, I'm sure.
Oh, yeah, I'm sure.
He knows
He
he's-
could be on the other
He
side right
has
now.
it. Oh, he's probably
Not
standing
hanging out
right
on the
over
cool
the
guy
thing,
side over
waiting
here.
for the.
He's
fucking
probably
brisket
over there
to
because
be
he doesn't have any
sold. Give it
globbies
to
for
me.
us.
Give it to me.
So, Taking
Yeah,
Tops
he said he was
Cannabis.
coming in hot.
Go
Oh, he's
check
at a
out
football game.
the link tree.
Okay.
TakingTopsCannabis.com.
Right.
Yeah,
Oh,
Boulder.
high school.
I was thinking like he
Yeah.
doesn't. Wait, he's at a kids football game or a real football game?
Okay. Hortitech Direct.
HortitechDirect.com. Their greenhouses withstand North Dakota and soon to be Minnesota winters. Minus 70 degrees.
Don't you know?
72
You have to say,
inside.
don't you know? You have to say, don't you know?
Don't you
Don't you
know?
know?
There you go.
Don't you
We're
know?
safe in here.
Get ready
Don't
for
you know
Minnesota.
safe in
70
here?
below.
They have the same name as my big distributor in Europe.
Here's the
Oh,
beauty
nice.
of Hortitech.
No H though.
Their interior greenhouse
Oh,
is
yeah.
where all the mechanics are.
Which gets you
Yeah.
sometimes confused.
So the light depth, everything inside is not exposed to the elements. You're going to get 5% off your greenhouse, which I believe begin at 20 grand. So give them a call. You want this greenhouse if you want to be competitive and efficient in a very competitive and efficient cannabis world. And you get 6 of those brushes.
Yeah.
Tarp wipes, these are great. Use these on a regular basis.
Terpwipes.com.
Dude, we're getting low now, and I'm getting all nervous.
Oh, yeah, we are getting low.
great.
My
He
terp
gave
wipe
me a
right here.
code.
My fucking terp wipe. Like,
I'll get
no,
some
literally,
more. Why didn't you
get
tell
all
me?
schmiegled out.
There
I
is
don't
no
have
code
them.
here. Terpwipes.com/done deal is the way to do it. Get the subscription. You're going to need
They're
it,
just- they're
especially if you
just-
got that
But they're
Dabx.
ethyl alcohol instead of
The way to do it. You don't
There
really
you
need
go.
a Q-tip anymore, but you definitely
and
need
they work really good.
one of these.
And after a while, you get so used to having them around that you're like, no, and like you it's like pulling the last fucking piece of toilet paper. You're just like, are you fucking kidding me right now? Like,
I
what
only have one.
I'm down to that. Yeah, you gotta do it. That's the one thing. So get a subscription.
Yep. Terpwipes.com/done deal.
That's right.
Bio365.com.
Oh yeah, I should have said. I got a delivery the other day. Shout out to those guys. Dropped me some. I had that. So 8 o'clock in the morning. I'm like, I hear a truck, and it's like I think it's my neighbor because he's got his cows on our property. So usually he's coming up around that time to check on the cows. And then I hear like a knock, 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 and then it's like, and then Cece gets up, starts talking to somebody. And I'm just like thinking to myself, I'm thinking all bad stuff in my head. Like, I'm like, who the fuck is coming up to our house?
It's a shakedown,
Oh,
man.
it's gotta be. This is it. Someone's giving her like a fucking like, oh, you're signing for this paperwork for him or something, right? I'm going like it's all, and then all of a sudden she's like, it's the soil, and I'm like, the soil? Oh fuck, they never called for it. So they delivered. The guy came up and he delivered a couple pallets of soil. Super cool driver because normally. They drop it off at the bottom of my fucking thing and I have to drag it all up. This guy
That's a pain in the ass.
came up. I'm like, are you sure? He's like, no problem. Fucking beep, 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 beep. Dropped it in. I made him a coffee. I go, you like coffee? He's like, yeah. 8 o'clock in the morning. I hadn't even had my coffee. So I go up,
Nice,
make
dude.
him a fucking coffee, give it to him. And he's like, wow, this is a great coffee, right?
Good
Like,
delivery.
I'm like, yeah, we got to. I told him the spot. I said, you got to go to Soho. Yeah, if you're in Denver, because he's like, I'm on my way to Trinidad now, but next time I'm in Denver. But he was like, looking at. I watched him look at that cup, and I was just thinking to myself, I was like, if it was 8 o'clock in the morning and I just delivered a bunch of stuff to a farm in the middle of nowhere, you would not expect a cup of Ozo coffee, like super well made,
nice.
properly made cappuccino delivered to. Yeah, because normally it's just like, yeah, thanks, buddy.
Yeah,
Get the fuck out of here. You fucking scratched my shit. Oh, they wouldn't even give you that.
The fuck? Yeah.
Here's a tea bag.
You get nothing.
Oh, yeah.
Bio365.com.
Or Dave tries to hand him a cookie or something.
Yeah, that goes over well. Slap the cookie right out of his hand.
Use the numb nuts.
He's writing that
You
down.
do this. I'm sending Mark a hate text.
The numb nuts with your
Numb nuts.
Hold on.
You got him numb nuts. You numb nutted him right there.
Numb nuts.
You numb nutted Dave.
Numb
right
nuts
there.
goes out. Why is he sending me hate mail? This is not nice.
Spanked him on his little thing.
Yeah.
Right
So
there.
he promises next week we will have 4 1,000 milligram
For
tubs of peanut butter.
1,000 milligrams.
Of what?
Yeah.
That's very nice.
It's dropping on us like a bomb over here.
So you go to numbnutsco.com, you enter Dunn Deal at checkout, and you're going to get 20% off all their CBD
Now this
peanut
is
butter.
a fucking Jonny B product right here.
That's good.
I
That's
could
a
see-
great name.
And he does it for dogs.
Oh, really?
So you guys could cross promote some shit, I think.
I'd like to meet this.
I don't know about that connection there.
It'll be fun.
What do you think?
Numbnuts.
What do you think? The peanut
Anyways,
butter?
Adam Weiss, come on. Like, come
if you're looking for
on.
the
He's your
THC tubs,
tribe.
which are
he's tribeman.
1,000 milligram THC
Perfect.
tubs, you can
Click
check
Find
it out.
Our Nuts.
Find our nuts on the website, and
Use that dog
check
peanut
out
butter,
any
your
of these
dog will
dispensaries
find
and
your
give them a
nuts.
call.
Dog will
And
find your nuts.
The CBD infused cinnamon almond butter is the shit.
Bomb.
And, it's really good. Tastes really good.
Yeah.
And
No, it's good shit.
It's nuts.
It's nuts, bro.
numbnutsco.com.
Yeah. It's a great product.
Breckenridge Organic Therapy.
Yeah.
Dave.
Almost wore my hoodie today.
So Breckenridge Organic Therapy,
Almost.
if you place a pre-order and enter Dunn Deal at checkout, you get 10% off, and they want you to share it with everybody in their lobby so they can just go online.
Yeah, go and spread the word.
You can't get it a face-to-face. Gotta spread. You gotta place the order online.
It's one of
enter
those things
code
you're looking
Dunn
at
Deal.
them, you're like,
10% off.
The deal.
Share the love.
don't know what you're talking about.
Breckenridge
The
Organic
deal.
Therapy.
Have no idea what you're talking about.
Get in there.
SunscapeLED.com.
Got it. Sunscape. Yes, these guys are making some of the best LEDs on the market. They've just, they're 100%, well, 100%. They're waterproof, and that's one of the main things in industry is a lot of, you're running your stuff, more humidity, more, you got to be able to clean them easy too, because that's what turns into like.
You spray it with Windex
on
and
an
water.
industrial
with a-
scale, when you start looking at
rag.
stuff, I just look at who's cleaning this shit. You know what I mean? Like, especially because a lot of times you get these things where they're like overly engineered with tons of little grooves, and it's all stupid. You're like, dude, and a lot of the exposed LEDs, they don't realize, but you're getting spray on them and things like that. So you're gonna. So these are making it super easy to clean. He's got the covers on them. You just go in, wipe them down. Also, just great customer service. And the key, what we love about him is that he's got a 10-acre small his licensed facility where he's actually running these lights to rosin. So he's testing and he's going through. So he's not like looking at these just from a growth point of view, because a lot of times that's what they're looking at is actual growth, right? But that's not what we're looking at. We're looking at flowers, and we're looking at trike development, things like that.
Yep.
These are all tunable, so you can recreate any light on the market. So if there's a light you like, tune it up on here. You can get their specs and go right down to the wire. So it's really well designed.
SunscapeLED.com.
Yeah.
Nice.
Seeds here now.
Whoa, 3 now. Let's do it one more time.
Seeds here now.
.com.
.com.
We got a winner.
Nice, dude.
No, but in general, these guys, if you don't know them, you should, because they've got about 70 plus breeders under one roof, and all the best of the best. So if you look through there's a ton of seed companies coming out. There's a ton of different wholesale people, and there's a ton of different seed banks. But when you look at these guys, which is James Bean, he's a one-man show. Really.
Oh yeah, I met him in Maui.
And he's
stand back. Don't panic. It's organic.
And he's put together an amazing array of breeders, and we all get along, which is huge, because that's one of the things that It's amazing because you see it turns into these little
Allegedly.
camps, right? Like, oh, okay, they got those guys. You can't be on my team. It's like, no, he just works with all people who can play nice in the sandbox. Basically, that's what it comes down to. And there's a lot of people in this industry
Not
who
nice.
cannot work with each other. So.
SeedsHereNow.com, done deal at checkout, 10% off your order.
Also guarantees all of his seeds, which is huge. So
Great
if you have any kind of
customer service.
issues, he'll replace them, no problem. Once.
Once.
Get your show merch, AdamDunnShow.com.
shit. Yes,
Get your
sir.
shirts and all that stuff that you guys have been asking for forever. It's
That's
all
right.
there.
Everything is
Get
there.
a coffee mug to put your Ozo in that you
Support
just got
the
20%
show.
off on.
Yep,
And,
support the show.
Support the show. Get
Help
some
us.
warped gears. Yeah.
Soon to come.
Look at that. And now we still have 40 minutes left, so now we got
Oh,
our
wait.
ads out of the way.
No, we didn't get our ads out of the way because we have Colorado Fresh CBD.
That's right, baby.
It's a 40-minute ad. Here we go.
There we go.
You got 40 minutes, kid.
Just wanted to shout out a couple of our retailers right now, and again remind you, Colorado Fresh CBD, 100% USDA certified organic CBD products, amazing muscle rubs, roll-ons. We've got flour. We've also got our sleep and awake shots. We've got vapes out now. Those are available at AMCH Medical in Denver. You can find our product available at all Mixed Up Creations. You can also find our product available at all Freakies locations. We've got new stores coming on board, and very, very excited to share that with you. So stay tuned. We're going to be doing some big stuff in the Colorado Springs area. And as always, we're always looking for good sales folks. So we're very selective about who we hire. But if you're interested, please reach out to us on Instagram at Colorado Fresh Official.
Ooh,
now we're talking.
Yeah.
I got to get that in my shop in Maine. I'll work on that.
It works. I mean, everything that we have is incredible. It works very, very, very well.
I liked your 100% reorder stat.
Yeah, we have 100%. I mean, look, if you order our product, you will love it. We have 100% reorder rate from all of our clients. We have 100% retention rate for every one of the shops that we have, all of our clients.
Good stuff.
And year over year, we have 375% year over year growth. And it's a family company. And it's sheerly because of the fact that we've got such a great product that it's been such a great growth phase. So, yeah, super, super excited. Yep.
Good job, kid.
Definitely, thank you.
And you're doing private label stuff too, right?
Yes,
They've
we're doing
done
white
studies, you know.
labels.
White label.
Shout out Jerome Baker, white labeling Jerome Baker CBD. If you love Jerome Baker and you love his art, you will love his CBD line.
It's my boy.
Yep. So go ahead and check it out, JeromeBakerCBD.com. Available online 24/7, and you can find some of his great products on there. And he's got some amazing packaging too. We did all the designs and everything, so check it out. It's great product.
I saw him doing some hype stuff too. It's pretty funny.
The big question is,
get
how
him to
did you
actually-
meet Jerome Baker?
He's the best.
What's that? Did I meet Jerome Baker?
How did you meet Jerome Baker?
Who?
I met Jerome Baker through a mutual friend. Yeah, but I've been around the community, the glass community. I've been to a lot of parties at the Dream Factory, and I've met Jason, and he's.
I live with him and a bunch of knuckleheads on Maui.
Yeah,
You can say where you met him. It was that sauna in that.
Yeah, it was that sauna in Israel. Yeah, totally. In the old city.
He's so fun, that guy.
Jerome was running around naked.
He's classic.
He is a great guy. Jason really cares a lot about everything that he gets involved with, which is why, I'm blessed to have his, his partnership on this stuff. So, he's got an incredible staff. He's got an incredible way that he blows glass. It's very unique from other folks, and he's also a very fun person. And we love being around. Jason. So, shout out and much love to him. And then I've also got I want to shout out 2 new brands that we're doing that we've done a white label for. One of them is called Sky Woman, and one of them is called Sky World. The Sky Woman brand is available in Tonawanda in New York, up in north of Buffalo, in the
Hey, Rosin.
on the
Go scope it out.
Yeah.
This one.
Not Tonawanda.
Tonawanda, baby. Up in,
Actually, wait a minute. It's way
Are you
uptown.
going
That's
there
way
next
the
week,
fuck
Mark, to
uptown.
DJ?
It is.
No.
You're not going
But
to Tonawanda?
It's great.
I thought you were headlining Tonawanda Fest.
You want to come out for Res Fest next year? We got you.
No, it's Tonawanda Fest.
The Wanda. Tonawanda.
Come
Wanda
on,
down
Mark.
under.
All
That
right.
sounds like it's Australian.
Still got
for some reason.
It's the
41
dream
minutes to
world,
go.
man. It's so beautiful. It's unbelievable. But the most weed stores you've ever seen in a confined area. You drive down the road and you'll see 20 weed stores within like literally like one road less than a mile. Because everyone on
Like Green Mile was for a minute.
yeah,
I love it.
but it's sovereign territory. It's sovereign land, so they can do whatever they want up there. So they have great festivals.
Wow.
They have great selection. They've got a great thing going there. But it's the line that we did, Sky Woman, for Ruby Spring, who I'd like to have on the show. We'll have on at some point. She's the founder, but we wanted this line specifically to be a line that would help female-specific issues, and it's been a massive success. The story behind just even the logo is really interesting. If you look up the Iroquois creation story, I'm not going to tell it all right now, but the Sky Woman
I think you tried to slip that in on us last time.
Yeah.
Did I ever tell you about the Iroquois
creation story? Yeah, I did.
Wow, the phone lines are really lighting up.
They're blowing up. Check them out if you're up in Buffalo. Native Hype
what
Mart.
I would say, but I can't say it out loud. So female issues. What type of female issues you can say? What? Right?
Yeah, I can say what. So it's no, we have like a moisturizer that helps if you have, dry skin. We've got a bath bomb that's great for that. So they're all specifically marketed.
Maybe if that question
females.
might be asked in the chat, we could ask it, but can't ask it because I get a lot of trouble.
We don't have there is not a personal moisturizer available in that line. If you want a personal moisturizer,
nope, wasn't even going there. But that's great. I mean, it's definitely a
The
necessary
many bakers
product.
from my era have dry or even yeasty muffins. Many.
Oh my God.
Betty White, we miss her.
oh yes, absolutely.
We miss Betty White. So Jay, you're 39 minutes. Go. Yeah.
Oh,
Phil.
it's great to be in Denver. Haven't been here in a while. That was fun.
Yeah, this is your ShamWow moment. Now
Just flew in and
Oh,
boy,
man.
my arm's tired.
Man, yeah, what a week up here. It's been crazy.
What brings you to town?
Came in town for Champs. I usually don't do the Denver show, but I'm glad I came to this one.
Why?
I didn't do a booth at the show, but I came out for some meetings.
We didn't do a booth. What product do you sell?
My new company is the Puff Pals Toys. It's
Sorry, I spelled it wrong, as I always do. I was like,
Love these
I got the
toys.
Z. I didn't put the Z at the end. I was like, fuck.
PuffPalz.com.
Where is the Puff Pals?
I don't have them with me. I don't have them.
You left him in the
It's-
car
they're too
in the
big.
hot
It's
sun.
too
You
big.
left him out in the car in the
But it's a
baking
new
sun.
line of dog toys, 420 themed, hard rubber, not plush pillow toys. It's doing great. We're all over USA, Canada,
USNA.
USA.
I was
all over USNA.
I was not over here. Is there a web address that I can send out?
Puffpals.com.
Of course.
With a Z.
With a
With
Z.
a Z. I fucked up.
And the Z's at the end.
On,
Did it right on this
Instagram,
one? Oh,
it's
really?
at Puff Pals Toys.
Okay, cool.
But
You're
it's
gonna
been,
love my nuts.
it's been super fun though. Now I'm doing pet trade shows, and so I'm not only selling in the smoke market,
Yeah.
and now we're in the pet world too.
So you're the weirdo at the show, basically.
Yeah,
Every show,
it's
they're
great
Like, that
though.
guy over there, you want
Trust
weed?
me,
Talk to
everyone
that
wants
guy.
to be friends with this guy.
They love
They're
it.
like, whoa, is that a real bong?
Oh, they love it though. It's been great. Europe has really surprised me, and I mean, I'm a stoner. When I was making this stuff, I never thought
Asia, probably.
Never thought of Europe, and then I think, wait, I got a French bulldog,
Yeah.
English bulldog. I'm like, they love dogs over there, so they've been very receptive to it. Australia loves it. It's fun.
Australia is great.
Yeah, it's been really fun.
Wouldn't it be Puff Dingo?
Puff Dingo.
Oh,
Put on,
But,
This is
yeah,
making
real-
you cry,
Dingo
making
ate
me
my
cry.
baby.
All right, life's hard enough as it is. You don't want to cry anymore.
So that's my new one this year. Still got No Goo's going good still. The Digger one hitters
Going good.
Hold on.
It's going
No
good.
goo?
No goo is going good.
What's no goo?
No goo is
the
your
original
small
silicone jar.
Yeah, there
Yeah,
you
he
go.
was on the forefront.
Do a fucking ad for you.
Oh, you know.
Remember,
They know.
there's
still
15
stickers.
other people.
He thinks we're on a conversation.
www.nogoo.com. NOGOO.
Anything silicone you can pretty much still could do, right? If somebody came to you and
we
was
do a
like,
lot of
"All right,
private
dude."
custom stuff. I've done stuff for a lot of labs actually, with some of the parts that they wanted custom made.
Yeah.
A lot of dildos.
No, I haven't got into that.
A lot of dildos.
How about a silicone dab mat of Adam's beard?
Easy.
Why would you want that?
Easy.
Oh, come on. That's going to be a seller on our...
I like this dog toy stuff. It's fun.
It's the best. You're
It's
doing
so
a great.
fun.
It's a great niche.
It's fun, and people, I mean, and they love it. So it's like,
Well, I don't know what the product is. You
I
didn't
feel
bring
like I
any.
want to bring you artists,
You're not allowed
and you
to
can
know.
do
Don't
their
let Dave
dog
know.
toy.
Don't show him. Whatever you do, don't show Dave.
You didn't bring it because you know I have a almost 13-year-old pit bull.
I'll send you a package.
There
A
we
big
go.
fat package.
There we go.
Oh, it's dog chews that... Oh,
Yeah.
genius.
Yeah,
Absolutely
Dog
genius.
bongs, dog joints, dog pipes, doggy blunts.
Ever come home? You ever get a testimonial from someone who came home and the dog broke all his bongs because he's so used to chewing
Well,
them?
now he's got his own.
Now you're just
Now he's got his
lazy
own
if
stuff.
that happens to you.
But they're heavy, they're hard
This is
rubber.
for people who've had many bongs broken by that
Right.
same fucking dog.
Here you go.
So now you're giving him
Yeah.
his own.
If
I
you
love
leave
it.
your bongs out to be broken by your animals and you leave your
How
house,
many tails have taken down?
That's right.
you are negligent.
The tail of the
The tail of doom.
the tail of doom.
Get a higher table.
But the pet
certain
market,
breeds-
man, the pet market is huge.
Table clearers. They do the table clearing.
Stick to cats.
I've been asked to come up with some cat stuff. I'll have a cat product.
I mean, it's just catnip. Throw catnip on anything.
There's got to be some other like accessories like scratching posts.
Well, there you go. I was going to make
Toys.
here. I'll tell you what it is.
Oh,
All right, I'm gonna let
everybody,
it out.
$1 million
I'll let it
idea.
out.
It's out.
Here's the new
Quick.
cat idea. I'm going to make a cat scratch post, hemp rope, beaker shaped. The cat scratch beaker.
Nice, dude.
Okay.
Yeah.
What about a
Very
giant? What about a
cerebral.
giant?
With a
bong?
catnip, you can put a little catnip.
Now you
in
can go
there,
back
too.
to bed. That's it. You're done.
What about
Done for the
what
day.
about like a giant bong that's actually an auto feeder?
That's technical shit.
Come on, he's thinking.
Dude, come on, man. I'm the digger one-hitter guy.
Yeah.
He likes. You know what he does? He sees something. He goes, "Hey, you know what?
That's why I love.
If I put a little groove in that,
I can turn
that
the
I use every
1.5
single
million sold.
this thing that I use every single day."
Yeah.
Thing was sitting 3 inches in front of my nose for 20 years.
And you're
My
you're like,
dad
wait a
like
minute.
my dad knew the guy who invented the pen that's strapped to the chain that they put on the desk at the bank.
No way.
The guy invented the chain thing, just the connection.
I want to read how that patent... Look, I want to see how...
You know what it looked like? A guy laughing all the way to the bank.
Yeah.
It was a diagram
you
of
should
a
read
guy.
This one.
in
You
the
should
bank.
read the patent on this
He
thing.
didn't have to run far. He was like,
Every
hey,
bank bought this thing. Every place.
This is the country's dumbest patent ever, and I got it.
Good.
But it's been great.
I love it when
man
a
with the man
plan
with the
comes
dumbest
together.
patent. That's good. It's almost its own Netflix.
Yeah,
show.
it's like an award.
It's a Netflix. Yeah, it's a Netflix series.
So yeah, Puff.
Serious about nothing.
So yeah, Puff Pals is going great. That's new. I'm working. We're releasing our new Tetra storage jar finally. That's the one that has the keef catcher.
Mm-hmm.
It's like the glass mason jar with a keef catcher bottom, and then it's got an adapter lid up top where you can put a grinder onto it and grind directly into it.
So you could adapt this too, which would be really simple without having to like. You could just market it to hash makers for their test run stuff, where they just want to take their stuff, throw it into
Keef?
Yeah, when you're doing your runs, like you basically go through your plans. You feel, oh, it's got the right kind of. This feels like it has the right thing. You want to do your cold test. Put it in a mason jar. You shake it up. I can look at what settles.
Uh-huh.
If you did it with a screen in it, that would give any kind of,
Perfect.
You'd have an extra layer of thing, and it'd be something that you could say, hey, this, that's an easy marketable tool to people who, because it's like, I'm trying to figure out, literally the other day, I was like, I should probably get a screen and put it in there, but I was like, hey, there you go.
There we go.
Hand it off to you.
But
You gave away one, and I
we're going to
gave it
really
back to
market
you.
that to dispensaries, because they like it's a good giveaway with their
Can you
logo
3D
on it.
print it?
What's that?
Can you 3D print it?
No, it's glass.
No, I mean the attachment that goes.
Turn it to drugs.
Like, is there a top that has to go onto it that could be 3D printed?
Yeah.
There's a bottom.
Well, there's three different pieces.
How can I 3D print something? That's all he wants to know.
It can be done.
I need
It can be done.
I need to 3D print something.
So many people out who are making accessories right now. Are
to screw on to stuff or
anything like the back of a torch, just to like have an easier way to turn it, or like a stand for it. Anything 3D printed, they're selling for $12-15 per unit.
The problem with that is
quick 10 to 15 per times 10.
Can you they make this 3D printed?
No, I mean we're talking about like items that are
somebody could 3D print
of
something to go onto it.
Yeah,
for sure.
Nick is all pumped up for 3D printing now, so don't even talk about these things.
It's just too slow.
Hey, you know what? Forget about it. Don't 3D print it. Make it all out of cardboard.
Yay! Much better.
But yeah, that's we're getting some real good feedback on that, and we think that the dispensaries will really want to logo that product as a giveaway.
Yeah.
So that hopefully will be out.
Phone is not silenced.
That would probably be. We can talk about that later.
It's cool though. It's a functional storage jar.
Yeah.
So it's pretty cool.
Seems like a good item to add to a monthly box, like hemper or something like that.
Mm-hmm. Yep. So it'll be in smoke shops and dispensaries, and then just a lot of travel. It's been great post COVID, getting out and doing shows again, and that's been big. Those couple of years were fucking annoying. So yeah, a lot of travel.
Wait, what years were you talking about? You mean during the plague?
Yeah, the plague years.
Yeah.
There were a couple. There was last year with Hippie Lip was just rampant.
Hippie Lip?
Wook flu?
Yeah, Hippie Lip, Wook flu.
YoTip.com.
Shout out to YoTip.
Yeah, shout out. It's the one barrier between Hippie Lip and what was the other one you used?
Wook flu.
Yeah.
That's old. That's last year's variant.
Wook cough. Cup cough.
Conference cough.
This year's variant is what'd you call it? Hippie Lip?
Hippie Lip.
Hippie Lip is running rampant in the streets.
Wow.
Yeah, it's
can't
rocking.
get that Hippie Lip. I'm telling you.
That's funny.
You don't want that.
No, you don't want Hippie
Here,
Lip.
bro,
It's only during the winter time, though.
Right.
Well, that's Glass Vegas is in February.
Is that show still going on?
I love that show.
That's a good show.
That's my favorite show of the year.
Yeah, it's nice stuff.
Yeah, the best. Yeah, that's like where you see
That's like
banjo.
that took the place of Age.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Totally.
Yes.
Yeah, but last year everybody shared the same pipe. And they all got
The
shot
pipes,
away.
laddie, the pipes.
Dope ass glass. Shout out to
Oh, Jack. Fat Jack.
Fat ass.
No, sorry, Jack.
Fat ass.
Fat
Fat ass
Jack.
Jack. Oh
Dope
no.
ass
Love
glass. Creative artisans.
That's right. He's actually planning on opening it up to more. He wants to get more growers and stuff involved this year, so seeds and stuff. Because now
Yeah.
they just realize like fuck, why not? It's like
Seeds are all over now.
yeah, it's all over.
I knew that smoke shops were the
Of course.
great outlet for that.
Seedsnow.com.
What? SeedsHereNow.com?
Seeds in my
here.
No, what he's saying
pocket.com.
is that you can sell seeds in any head shop, basically, right now.
Yeah, pretty much. I mean now now everyone's finally relaxed. It's like Jesus.
I was with Aaron the other day, and he teamed up with Rez. They do
Which res?
seedless.
Oh, okay. Okay. I'm like, no, not at all.
No.
Seedless.
So yeah, they have a store pack now that they sell.
Nice.
Yep.
That's awesome.
And what's the next show you're going to be doing?
Like seedless is
Next show,
It's pretty funny.
we're going to Asia for the Asian Hemp Expo in November in Thailand. It's going to be insane. 3,000 dispensaries.
No time to be sober.
That is debaucherous as hell.
It's probably gonna be pretty ugly.
That is so bad. That's like worse than Vegas almost.
But there's no American brands in there yet.
It's a dong.
Raw's there. I'm going to work. That's what I do. I'm married. I can go to work. But yeah, we're excited about that. There's like 3 or 4 of us going. But there's like 500 vendors, 12,000 attendees. So it should be good. And I know I can sell some shit over there.
Oh, yeah, for sure. You'll
have the Borgulator with you, of course.
I'm teaming up with Eddie Borg.
I would expect nothing less.
It's going to be fun. Yep. So, we have a booth there. That'll be good. Then come back, and then we have Champs in February in Vegas.
Yep. I'll be there.
You'll be there?
Yep.
Good. And then February. And then I had Berlin scheduled for July, but I guess not. That's what they told me last week over there. The Mary Jane show. The Mary Jane show.
Don't let Dave.
Do they need CBD over there?
Dave's time.
I don't know, but my CBD dog treats I can't ship to my distributors in Canada. It's hard to ship up there.
Is it a health reason?
so funny.
It's a health regulation.
I think it's a documentation
It's like you
type
can't
thing.
ship it. Well, is it also because you're trying to bring it into
June.
there, and they have such a huge market there that they're like, you can't bring CBD into Canada? What are you, crazy?
No,
yeah, that's
head scratcher.
June 13th, 14th.
It's like Utah.
In Berlin. Yeah. June. Okay, that's before
the
July.
domain Scissor Caesar Salad using Dave's credit card. He's gonna be like, dude, I gotta stop drinking. I'm buying too many fucking websites in the middle of the night.
Shout out to Adam.
Next, though, I want to look at South America because I think that's where we need to be next.
Spanibus.
No, that's in Spain.
Yeah, that's in Europe.
What the fuck?
That's in Europe.
Oops.
Did you hear that, Coop?
He just glitched right there.
I had a mental glitch.
He went to a hippie
No,
lip action
Spanibus
there.
is in February, right after Champs.
March.
Yeah, right after Champs. That's a fun show.
No one heard that, by the way.
No, but like Brazil, Uruguay, Chile, Peru.
We have lots of connectivity down there.
You do?
Oh, yes.
I need some friends down there.
Our friends at Requiem Genetics have been all.
Here's like a statistic finance nerd thing I'm into, but there's the demographics of the skate shop industry in South America. There's 10 times more skate shops than in North America. And that's a direct demographic relation to smoke shops. So we need to be down there.
We'll talk offline after the show.
Cool.
I'd like to chat about that.
No.
Chat about that offline.
So yeah, I'm just feeling lately that it's tough in the USA, and I'm having some good luck outside of it. So,
We've heard a lot of CBD sales going on in Mexico also because of like the whole holistic health sort of like, you know. Like,
anyone with $5,000 can access my medicine. My integration course is sold separately.
I'm seeing all his products in the favela in Brazil from.
From Carl.
Yeah, from Carl.
Carl, we need you.
Yeah, I need some distributors down there.
He'll either distribute your product or he'll make a porno. So
maybe both.
Maybe with your.
Might
product.
be the same shop they sell them at.
Oh, you got
too.
silicone dog treats?
Whatever you want.
No problem.
In Germany, those would go wild. They do wild things in Germany with those dog toys.
Oh my god!
Dude, you know what's funny? Like years ago when we started the silicone business, I was like, you know what? And if you don't like it, you can go fuck yourself.
Literally.
Yeah.
That was your big tagline.
That was the no-goo line.
How'd that work out?
That didn't work. No-goo worked out great.
Yeah,
I like that one.
Tagline, not so well. No.
So yeah, but it's I'm excited to be out and traveling again, and
Watch out, people.
I got a new puppy.
And you're out traveling with a new puppy at home?
My wife's got him.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, Junior's his name.
He looks
Junior's
just
going to
like
be a
he's
mama's
twin.
boy.
I know it's like
Junior's is a great deli in LA, actually.
Oh man, I love this little thing. But I had to start a dog toy company in order to get a dog. That's what it took.
Okay, there we go. That was a good.
Look at that.
Because if
That's
you didn't,
very
well, you would be
roundabout.
like a. Yeah, it's like kind of weird. You're like,
It's
so
like
where's
someone who
your-
sells
well,
weed
I don't
and
have a dog.
doesn't smoke it.
Yeah,
I
exactly.
don't
That's
have a dog.
suspicious.
Well, no, I could have had a dog or a
hella
wife.
suspicious.
That was the
Yeah.
choice before the dog toy company.
Got it.
So, of course, I chose the wife.
Right.
The ones I got the dog toy company, I'm like, we're getting a dog.
Getting a dog.
But
Yeah, you
And you
And
chose
it's
a
funny-
Frenchie.
Oh,
Yeah, because we were
I
trying
love
to do
him.
that with our thing, like kind of borrow dogs. It doesn't look so.
Oh, we breed them now.
Borrow dog.
Matt, we got a
Can I borrow your dog and look like I'm? You know,
we got a litter going already.
like I like dogs.
They can't be born naturally, though, right?
No, I just Monday and Tuesday I was at the breeders with him, doing his stud work.
Yeah.
So that was emotionally scarring. But
At least
yeah,
it's not a horse, bro. That'd be even more.
dude, this little guy's hung like a horse. Unbelievable.
We get all jealous.
Wow.
I did.
You were
I
like, that
couldn't
was
believe
the
it.
part that was hitting him the most.
He's just this little guy's a cock and a walk.
We have so gone off the rails. Oh, my God.
Well, once you start talking to people like about that, like
The views and
bulldogs,
opinions of Jay do not.
Anyways,
express the views and
puffpals.com for all your dog toy needs.
For all your dog toy and outside of the box silicone objects.
And then always the old school thedigger1hitter.com, the old school but made new. And
hear that? I just shit my pants for free.
The patented digger one hitter. Yeah, that I swear it'll change your whole money game.
Did you at Champs? You seen the prototype guy? He's always there, right?
Yeah, I got to meet him.
I figured you would.
I took a picture with him. Had a great conversation.
Because I mean, that's pretty much like in the realm of right.
He patented that in 1968. His name's Phil Jurgensen.
Yeah.
Super nice guy. His daughter. They kind of shut down for a while.
No relation to the lotion.
No.
But if you drive to California and try to get any weed in that town, you'll never find it.
Where, Willits?
Yeah.
Really? Are you kidding?
Yeah, I was having a tough time.
Oh. But
what were you doing in Willits?
Man, what a product.
Trying to smoke a prototype in Willits, California. I figured they got to have good weed.
It was like I was like an honor to meet him and talk to him. It was really
that's
cool.
one of the first pieces I had. 80s. It's the first thing I had as far as like a name brand kind of like.
And he loved
thing.
the digger.
Oh, I bet.
He loved it, and he said, I might put that on my website. And I was like, oh, that would be just the best.
It goes super well with it.
I mean, there's no.
I mean, it's brass, and like you definitely shouldn't be smoking out of it, and probably not.
No, it's fine. It's copper. You don't want to smoke out of. Brass is fine. It's copper.
It still feels a little weird.
You think there's anybody out there who doesn't know what a prototype is? You should go
Best
look
pipe
it up.
ever made.
Look it up.
Yeah.
If you don't know what we're talking about, I always thought it was brass. It's not, or no, it is brass, right?
It's brass.
I mean,
do you remember how you used to put the weed inside just to have it so
you can never get it out though.
Yeah,
like, you put it in,
but the end of that storage thing is the cleaning tool to clean the bowl.
Yeah.
It's brilliant. It really is.
But the thing is, you miss what like everybody, you lose your little piece, right? And then you're fucked. And then you're
None
like,
of these have the
proto-fucked.
little end
Now I'm
pipe.
proto-fucked.
All the end pieces are gone in these ones.
Yeah, it's all missing.
Want to bet a yo tip fits right on that?
But yeah, it takes like a couple months now to order one at least.
Really?
Yeah, you can't get them. You cannot get them.
How much are they?
$100.
$100.
Super well engineered.
The most coolest engineered pipe ever.
Yeah, they were definitely.
All you new
German?
kids will say I'm fucking nuts, but
German?
No.
How many?
No,
have
it's
been
made
thrown
USA.
away?
US and A.
Made
US,
Willits,
USA.
California.
They always got clogged.
No, I mean the thing is, it's only got 5 holes, right? So you can't you got to keep them clean.
Oh, I love that.
And the thing is, it gets resiny on the bottom, and then if you lose that, sometimes there's a pain to get the fucking little thing.
Yeah,
out,
if
Can you soak it in alcohol?
That'll work fine too.
Yeah.
Am I remembering something? I remember one that used to have all these screw-together chambers.
No.
Those are the things you built yourself out of all the parts.
Yeah,
so you
those
can-
are just stupid.
That was
Those
dumb.
are
Chamber pipes.
Well,
And
they had like the
you used
Fimo
to flow
beads.
You used to flow
Oh,
the
my
smoke
God,
over it for
no.
months.
I had one with like 9 Inch Nail Fimo beads on it. It's like I didn't even like 9 Inch Nails, but it was like the coolest band that they had. So I got it was like a brass pipe with Fimo beads on it. It
That
looked like
sounds
shit.
so
It tasted
bad.
terrible. Oh, and then chamber weed because they had the big chambers.
Yeah,
that you
yeah,
just put
yeah.
the weed in.
Yeah, yeah. Which is
Like-
the worst idea ever.
Oh, it's
so gross.
just so
Like,
stupid.
The opposite of what you should be doing. Like, don't.
We had no clue then.
No,
I did like the prototype the way the lid closed on it.
Yep.
Yeah, no,
Yep.
it's
That I
all
liked.
smart.
But man, that guy, that was really cool. And he's,
How old is he now? He must be.
he's
getting there.
He's probably in his late 70s. His daughter runs the company now, and she was great. She was there too. It was really fun. But he's got patent issues just like all of us.
Oh, he might,
huge.
yeah.
He told me he's got a federal case in China.
Yeah.
I mean, good. I hope he can.
I was
How's
gonna
that
say.
gonna work
I was gonna
out?
say it's probably the most knocked off pipe
Yeah,
ever
for sure.
because it's engineered.
Yeah.
You could tell he's an engineer. You could see like him and this guy would like get along. Like they both have that engineer mind. You could
Yeah,
see
it
right
was-
away where you're like, oh, okay.
This guy I love because it's all automotive tech.
Yeah.
It's all like CNC'd
Uh-huh.
and all this like auto tech and stuff like that.
But man, 1968 to still be running. It's
a long time.
And selling it. And this was like the first time I've ever seen them at a booth at Champs.
Yeah, a tiny one, right?
Yeah, a little one, 10 by 10.
Yeah.
I mean, I've
Oh,
been there 15 years. I've never seen them have a booth.
Did you ever meet the guy who owns the power hitter?
Oh yeah, but there's which
There's
one?
been- which one? There's
Which
like
guy?
900 versions of it, or
Not the guy
it's been
now.
owned 900 times.
There's a guy now running around.
You mean the squeezy thing?
Yeah.
Yeah.
He bought that patent though off somebody recently.
Yeah, it's been
Yeah.
it's been around.
It's like a long hair, big guy.
No, I know who you're talking about, but it's not.
I don't
He didn't
know.
make it.
No, everyone bought the patent.
Yeah,
Right?
yeah. We met him at the Champs, last Champs, and I was like, oh, because I love.
But it was gone for a while, and then it
He
came
brought
back.
it back.
Yeah.
But his story is wild.
I don't know him. I don't
He
know.
comes from the porn industry.
Okay.
Of course he does. What are you thinking? You're talking to the man. Right? Don't even know who you're talking to.
But yeah, that's a good product. And then now I've seen. Remember the old ones, the electric ones that will blow the smoke out. Oh yeah. Those are out pretty popular now. Adam, I have to. Amsterdam '94 at the Milkveg. Yep.
We already went through this on the last time you were on the show. We were like,
oh, wait.
I pulled it up. It's 10 years later, but it's okay.
No.
Yes, it's.
Yes. Oh yeah, we had the same argument last time.
Yeah, we did. It's just like we're going back. We're Groundhog Day. We're going Groundhog Day. No, I was there. And
I was here
we
for
were
this
all there
argument.
in '94, but it wasn't that. I didn't do the leaf blower in '94.
What
I did the
year
leaf
was
blower
it?
in 2003.
2003.
Yeah, I know.
We talked about this because it was when I saw.
Oh yeah,
Soma.
I graduated college in '94.
Yeah.
Yeah, what am I? This fucking
It's
mushroom
like
bar's got
94,
me
and then we're talking about 2003.
Wait a minute.
Yeah, okay,
No, but
you're
last
right.
time
You're
we
right.
said
You wanna
94,
give him a
and
shout
I
out?
was like, I like the
Yeah,
fact that you're
man,
giving me an extra 10 years.
These
on it,
guys, they gave me one of these chocolate bars.
These guys. It's called These Guys.
What's the name of this?
These guys.
I don't know, but it is good.
These is guys right here.
These guys right here.
Shout them out. I can't read. It's too small.
Shout out Melton Love.
Jesus.
Melton Love?
Melton Love.
Is that the name of the company?
That's the name of the company.
Melt in Love.
Melton.
And you can go back and
Melton.
Love.
I know exactly when it hit Adam. I mean,
Yeah,
it was
it-
just one of those moments where his face just glazed over.
This contains pure Venezuelan cacao.
Gonna have
Cacao
to
butter, sugar, soy lichen, and some other things that I can't pronounce. But they're not important.
That's the good shit right there.
But that's the legit stuff.
Yeah, it's the good shit.
And for real, if
It
anybody
works.
is
Yeah.
coming to Vegas, we are going to be out front of MJ BizCon.
Collecting
You'll see us with
donations.
a bunch of yo tips. And we are doing a show Friday. And really,
We're trying to raise money for a field trip to Amsterdam.
It would be so fucking hilarious. So if you haven't voted, please do give us a vote
Oh, yeah,
for
you want us
best
to win.
podcast of the year.
You want us to
It'll
win.
be worth all of the fucking clips that come from it. Just
Remember,
really
vote or
imagine
die.
us
Oh, yeah,
up
that'd be
on
hilarious.
at a podium in front of cannabis tight ass business executives.
Chat.
In a non-smoking venue in a casino.
Yeah, exactly. A
Okay.
non-smoking casino.
You're gonna have a lapel pin.
What is the dress code for MJ BizCon?
Like, just drop
Man
down.
bun,
Look like an asshole.
tight pants, skinny jeans,
Name
skinny
tag
leg
that says,
pants.
Hello, my name is Chad.
Yeah,
Hi, I'm
Chad.
Chad.
We need to
Tight
make
fitted
those
suit.
stickers.
I used to be in finance.
We need to make Hello, My Name is Chad stickers and just
Oh my
put them on
god!
people. And we're
I had so much fun doing Chad Hunter at that event.
Let's go. I'm down. Dude.
I had
it's a
other
pleasure
guys
to have you
reporting
on.
at the same time.
create
It was
Chads.
awesome.
Yeah, it's awesome.
creating Chads.
Yeah, and you get field reporters out there that take random pictures and send them to you, and you post them along.
Create a Chad. It'll be a create a Chad.
It's like every guy I meet.
What's going on there, buddy?
The point
Potato
system.
Chad.
Your point system though is good.
Like-
Make a game of it.
Make a
No,
game of it.
gamify.
Yeah.
Gamify the whole thing.
Double points if you get it in a
If you can wear
selfie.
Google glasses, then you can actually really
What about the Apple Vision? What's that now?
zoom. Did you guys see the? Did you see the Lex Friedman, Zuckerberg fucking in the metaverse the other day that he did? It was pretty weird
I
because
stay out of the metaverse.
well they did a so he did the first ever interview in the metaverse, right? And it was like, but it's weird because you're used to the whole like everything having stupid cartoon characters and stuff. This is like super ultra realistic.
Wow.
Just two floating heads in a room, like a dark room with two floating heads, and you're like, hey, what's going on? And you're like, holy fuck, what are we doing in here? I was like, dude, this is the most creepy, weird shit. Look it up.
Could we do the show
look
for
in
the
what are we looking
metaverse?
for?
Lex Friedman.
I mean,
interviewed
I would.
Mark Zuckerberg the other day.
The coolest thing I've seen
And it
VR
was-
is that you can.
It got me like to the point where I was like, okay, I see where this is going, and it's very scary now. It's like, oh no, it's crossing.
But what if it was a video of you sitting courtside at a NBA Finals game and you're sitting there like this?
I'd be like, is
That would be
NBA?
pretty cool.
They have that.
Oculus.
Yeah, Oculus has it.
I have it. It's pretty neat.
Walks up to a guy in the bar and asks for a cigarette, and he goes, "Oh, I don't."
You get a little
Okay,
dizzy though.
So this is
Hold on,
them
let's
in.
look.
This is them in there, right? This is what they see inside. And this is
Which-
what this computer crap.
Cigarette commercial. How about this for like a casual smoker? A hot girl walks up to a guy in the bar and asks to bum a cigarette, and he goes, "Oh, I don't smoke."
I like
so
it
she
better
goes
with
outside and
accents.
bums one from another guy, and they go home together and they fuck, and that's the whole commercial.
That sounded great.
Oh
That
my
was
God.
awesome. But anyway, it was pretty fucking trippy. So that's what they're seeing inside, which is very weird, right?
I'd rather see the middle one.
Allegiance to the bag that we obtained by selling that loud pack. And who shall I see we trust? Never mess with a lame bitch. Never fuck with a trifling hoe. As a boogie once said, money over everything. And liberty and justice for all trappers around the United States.
It lined up so good. It synced up pretty good.
Did you do these, Vinny?
Oh my God.
Oh.
That's good.
That was really good. But anyway, I was watching it yesterday and I was like, this is fucking weird. But that's like that's their avatars. Those are their avatars, which is like you guys could just go
What you
on
want?
to.
I got ketamine, meth, MDMA, Adderall, bromo dragonfly, heroin, coke, crack, codeine, oxys, perks, Vikes, PCP, LSD, Dilaudid, mescaline, mushrooms, bath salts, cortisone, Toradol. I got Molly, I got her sister Sandra, I got Big Frank, I got birth control, I got Plan B, I got that morphine from China. They took off the market, shit to make your dick hard, shit to make your dick soft, shit'll find your dick. That shit there's from Kenya. Supposed to be a scurvy cure, silverback gorillas, but for humans it just makes them violently masturbate. Did I say crack? Because I got more of that too. I got some ibuprofen, aspirin. I got Flintstone gummies if you want.
I got Flintstone gummies if you want.
This shit's way too funny for some reason.
What is that from?
The interwebs.
Man,
that was
that-
great.
Okay,
Yeah. We should go out on that.
No, it's perfect time. 7:10. We're gonna go over to Patreon and then continue this madness over there. So if you like what you see, come over there because it's even weirder.
Oh, here, let me post the link.
And I noticed that we got a couple new people join. Let me see.
Wow, really?
Yeah,
that's nice.
They're coming on board.
Fink wanted me to say that he wasn't going to give you any more Patreon money until we had pre-show music every show.
Pre-show music?
Whoa, that's
your You problem. Have to choose one of your records every week to play
I just
at
think
the
it's
beginning of the
stupid
show.
because then if you watch the show afterwards, you have to fast forward through it. And who's going to do that? Right?
Who's going to fast forward?
Are
Are they going to do it?
Just relax, bro.
Right?
Can't you do it as its own little?
You mean the
stupid thing?
people
The inter-
that
the
pay-
interlude?
I mean, I could take
Adam
down the
Dunn
live
show
stream
interlude.
and re-upload it without the pre-roll, whatever the hell.
Prelude?
Oh yeah, did you guys hear about they just arrested some dude in the Tupac murder?
I did.
Really? Anyways, we'll talk about that on
We'll
Patreon.
talk about that on Patreon.
Sweet.
And yeah,
Peace.
get some more things to suck
This
them
show is worldwide.
Suck them in, bro.
Oh,
what else?
yeah.
What other news we're going to talk about? Oh yeah, we're going to talk about his illustrious porn career that he's really excited and he wants to know all about.
I want to know about it.
Because he knows, he's like, really? Is that? Oh, I didn't even know.
I'm in big fucking trouble, man.
Who are you?
Coming to your house.
He's the MILF Hunter.
With a Chad
He has his own channel, dude. What are you talking about?
Chad Hunter.
All right, guys.
All right.
See you on Patreon. Shout out to
Thank you, everyone. Thank you, Mark.
And
Thank you,
next
Vinny.
week will be,
Thank you for coming in, Matt Holmes.
Thank you for having me.
And
Yeah, this was great. Thank
Jay.
you.
As always.
So fun.
Always fun to hang out with you guys. And also shout out to Sara Vaughn and the reMind crew.
That
out
was
there.
interesting.
That was
Her,
good.
her little piece. Yeah.
Yeah, no, they're definitely they're onto something.
Yeah. This
I
stuff's
feel
legit.
like I know her from
Huh?
somewhere. I feel like we've met her before. I don't know.
Hey, yo.
It's like family.
It's like family. Come on down next time you're in the zone.
Yeah.
All right, man.
Peace.
Peace.
Practically every one of the top 40 records being played on every radio station in the United States is a communication to the children to take a trip, to cop out, to groove. The psychedelic jackets on the record albums have their own.
This is a special question. We don't want you to smoke genetically modified ganja. We want you to smoke the real thing.
Me?
Want you to smoke the natural herb.
Sweet.
Some call it marijuana.
Sweet.
Some call it sensimilla.
Sweet.
Some call it lamb's bread.
The tea.
And some people call it